from me too. All
Yeah,
right.
let's take a vacation while other people are getting evicted.
Yeah, exact. They don't give a fuck, man. They really don't.
I guess they're not essential enough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, eventually it'll just be egalitarians in this country, and that's it. I mean, that's just what's gonna go on. If you're just joining us, the show's RPGrinders. We haven't started yet. Just doing a little pre-show banter
I
with.
mean, oligarchies.
Yeah,
Oligarchs.
we already are an oligarch, man. We're an oligarchy
Well,
for sure.
egalitarian is something completely different.
Well, I'm saying there's going to be an egalitarian class,
Uh,
and that's pretty much it, man. I mean, there's going to be the poors. In other words, we're going to have the haves and have-nots, and there's a few middle class people, but not. I mean, it's after this eviction thing. I mean, you're going to see a lot more homeless people. You think we got a homeless crisis now? Just wait, give it a year, and we'll really see the fruits of that labor. If you're just joining us, the show's RPGrinders. I'm just doing a little pre-show banter with my friend Eric RPG here. This is Frank. I'm a little bit under the weather today, but we're gonna saunter through it. Waiting on Breakman, and then we'll get the show started. Show's RPGrinders. Glad you could join us if you're listening on the archives. Why don't you join us live? We're live every Friday, 7 Eastern. I'd love to have you in chat. I always shout people out that join the chat room. We usually have a lively chat room. It's a ton of fun. We talk about JRPGs, RPGs, video games in general, skeptical topics, a lot of politics lately. A lot of fun stuff as well. Like, for instance, we have our ongoing N64 tournament. Basically pitting games against each other. We're down from 64 to 32 this week. And after today, Wyland, under the weather, more like under the pyramid. How dare you, Wyland? You're working on getting exiled before the show even starts?
Frank is Mumra, and he hasn't paid his penance to the spirits of evil today.
How dare you? At least I don't have a Kevin Bacon problem, Bernie's in the house today. She's under the weather too, man. She got me sick, actually, so. No, I got her sick. Should be a ton of fun today. We still got our ongoing N64 tournament, in which I'll give you guys a spoiler since Wyland's in chat. Mario 64 gets resurrected and put back into the tourney, and they will go on to promptly. Actually, Mario Party.
Wait, I have one more
Mario
thing
Party.
I want to add.
What? Oh, go ahead. I do too. Which I'm adding.
Rise of the TMT was canceled by Nickelodeon.
What? That sucks. Yeah,
And
so
what sucks
Wyland.
more is the reason why is because it wasn't getting enough views, but Nickelodeon itself was the problem for that one.
Yeah.
They gave it bad slots.
Yeah. Just a real quick update. Mario Party's making a. Mario 64 is making a. Mario Kart, I think, is the one. Yeah, Mario Kart is making a big comeback in the tournament. They got eliminated last week, but surprise, it's a double elimination tournament, and they're back in. No, I'm just kidding. But we got lots to look forward to today. One of the matchups I'm looking at here, there's some interesting matchups, Eric.
What kind of mask is Bernie wearing?
What kind of mask? She's got a Fright Night mask. So, it was
the one with the big vampire mouth.
Yeah. It's really cool.
I figured it was something like that.
Yeah. When the chick turns into a vampire, that's what it is. It's actually pretty jarring. It's a good mask. I like it. I was about to call you fake news. How dare you, Wyland, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Mario Kart is the greatest game of all time. Period. Not just N64. I didn't want to say that last show, but...
I bought Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. I never got around to playing it. I sold it, and I just haven't purchased the Switch version. Because I know ever know if I'll ever get around to playing it online with other people.
Yeah, I know, dude. I was thinking about that today, Eric. Like I'm wrapping up my PS4 playing. I just beat Dragon Quest. The only thing I got left on the PS4 to really play is the Yakuza games.
The
Uh,
Legend of Heroes games too.
yeah, I don't have any of them. So that's gonna have to wait until I get some money to get those.
Yeah,
But
like get them on the PS when you get your PS5. You just
yeah,
use it.
yeah,
Good. Wait until the next PSN sale.
yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
And
But
you'll be able to play them with maybe even faster load times.
yeah, I've got my backlog almost taken care of on the PS4. I'm getting ready for the PS5. I already have my money set aside for PS5, so good on that. I just hope it's not something outrageous price like $700 or something.
I don't think it'll be that much.
I'm thinking $5 or $550. That's kind
Although
of
Microsoft shot themselves in the foot.
yeah, I know.
They're gonna release a console without a Halo game.
Oof.
I mean, sure, they did that with the 360, but that's because Halo 3 wasn't ready yet, and Halo
Yeah.
2 had come out only a couple
Yeah,
years ago.
if I was them, I would have poured a lot of resources into getting Halo out, like everything. You know what I mean? Just me though, but whatever. But after today, we're down to 32 games on.
I'll appreciate the new powerful hardware, which will let me play my games even better, but I'm not gonna be able to play anything on specifically for the Series X.
Yeah, yeah. After today, we'll be down to 16 Nintendo 64 games battling it out for the greatest Nintendo 64 game of all time. If you're listening on archives, and I think Wyland, you're the only one in chat. What should we do next? We got to start thinking about that. Do you guys want to see
Well, I kind of want to do anime because we cut them out for the cartoon one.
We can do anime for sure. Hold on.
That's me.
That's
Sorry.
my echo here.
Sorry.
The only thing that would make it hard is because you guys haven't watched a lot of modern anime.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of old school anime. The new stuff I'm trying to get there, Eric. It's pretty tough. I mean, I put 100 hours, if you can believe that, into DQ11.
And you've only touched the main game.
Yeah, I only did the main game, which is fine. I can do a review.
There's still about 20 hours of post game.
Yeah, so for me it'll be about 40.
Are you gonna do a review of the post game ending?
I will. I'll do a mini review of the post game content after all that. I get all that done. But I got more than that, Eric, because I think I'm gonna go for the platinum. I mean, I did every quest so far.
You technically don't have to refight the trials, but it's worth it to do them because even though the fights get progressively more difficult, you're gaining levels, and you'll get to a point where the enemies will stop hammering you.
Yeah, I'm like at level 60 something. Like level 60.
If you're level 60, you're good enough to beat the post game final boss.
Yeah.
The real final boss. And I like how they did it with this one because unlike Dragon Quest IV, where here's the real bad guy who's just a palette swap of the final boss, it actually is different altogether.
Wyland is something else. He says it was senior day at work, and thought occurred to me: does being with Bernie make you a cradle robber, or does that make her a grave robber? Oh, you son of a bitch! Bernie's laughing. You're exiled, Bernie. Get out of here. I guess we'll never know. I'm not sure about another 64. Comic book characters? No, I like that idea, Wyland. Let's keep that in mind. We'll get a definitive answer next week because next week it will be. I think next week we'll crown our champion, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look at the calendar. Where's my phone? Son of a bitch.
I thought we were going to just do the rest of it today. I don't know.
Calendar. I need a calendar. What's that, Eric?
I thought we were going to just do the rest of it today. Yeah.
No. We're doing because otherwise it becomes too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we got 2 weeks. Actually, The 28th. So we got a couple weeks to decide what we're doing next. But I like comic book
What
characters.
about action movie characters?
Action movies I thought of too. So I mean, you know what we should do? We should do a poll. Um, and we'll do one in chat. Like we'll get each of us will come up with an idea and we'll ask chat and that'll be it. Like I thought of action movies, so that's actually a really good one, Eric. Like we'll do a poll and then we'll do it in chat on the 28th and then we'll be good to go. Gonna be a
comedies for another one.
Comedies we could do. I'm saving horror movies for October. Because we did the horror icons. We're gonna do kind of a similar thing for October. We're gonna be doing horror movies. I just saw a really good horror movie that I'll talk about on the show today. But to give you a quick preview, the usual news. We've got quite a bit of news stories today. I've got quite a few reviews, including Dragon Quest XI, the long-awaited review. From my perspective of Dragon Quest XI, I'm sure you guys are going to want to stick around for that. What else I got? Oh, I saw a movie. It's not really a movie. It's called The Road Movie, but basically it's a Russian movie where this dude took a bunch of dash cam footage, just random dash cam footage from Russia. And boy, is there some crazy shit in that movie, man.
So it's like Desert Bus the movie.
It's like, I mean, it's real footage of like weird occurrences. Like one dash cam like caught like a meteorite like crash into the earth. Another one was like, I mean, a bunch of car crashes, fights. I mean, it was just a random.
So he just took a bunch of footage, then he made a collage out of it.
Yeah, it's a random, I'll talk about it when we do our reviews. But also, I saw Deep Blue Sea 3, regretfully for the most part.
I saw that at like Redbox. I was like, I didn't even see the other ones. Should I even bother with this?
Yeah,
it's another schlocky horror.
There's just wait for my review, Eric. It's worth picking up at the Redbox, but not much else. I'll say that.
Is it better than like 47 Feet Under?
Man, Eric, that's
either of those either.
Yeah. I want to say yes, but I'll talk about it, Eric. But another movie I saw called The Wretched, and that's the movie right there, man. That's a hell of a movie, man. And I'll be talking about that. I'm excited to give that one a review. Eric's got reviews of Streets of Rage 4. Looks like Blasphemous Stir of Dawn DLC update. Wow, you finished that, Eric?
It's iterating the main game, so I kind of had to rebeat the entire game as I played.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, well that's cool.
And I just went for the true ending as I can, and I got mad because I thought I was going to unlock a new skin, and to do that you have to sit through the credits, and the game crashed right after the final ending cutscene.
No. Did you look at it online?
No, I saw the ending. I just didn't see what happens after the credits, like if I got a new skin or not.
Oh shit, that sucks.
But I'd have to rebeat it to find out.
Yeah. Tempted to get the Korean release of Dusk Till Dawn Blu-ray only because of special
but the
features.
DLC itself was just like several boss fights.
Like what special features, Wyland? Would that be worth $30, man? Like I'd save your money, dude. Get something else. I know that Halloween 4K version is only $20, and that looks cool. The original Halloween. I kind of want like a Halloween 4K box set to come out. That'd be something to get.
As far as I'm concerned, the Xbox Series X is going to be just an expensive 4K player.
Well, it's got some originals on there. Like, I mean, Halo looks good whenever that's going to come out. I agree with you for the most part, Eric, but
I'm tempted to pick up the Dark Souls trilogy and
Yeah.
then play that on that. See how well the performance of 3 is on that.
Yeah. Full Tilt Boogie. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, if that's on there, I guess, Wyland. I mean,
I wouldn't mind picking up Sekiro on the Xbox One and starting over again.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
Sekiro.
still need to beat it on PS4, but if I start over, maybe I could do like do my pathing for like all my skills better.
I
So I
mean,
wouldn't have to do a second and a third run through.
yeah. Honestly, Eric, the Xbox specs are fucking outrageously good, man. Like I mean, they kind of put the PS5 to shame. I mean, I hate to say it because I'm a big PS PlayStation guy, but I'm digging the specs on that Xbox. I'm getting it, of course. I like I told everybody. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm getting everything. If you're just joining us, the show's RPGrinders. Just waiting on Eric, or I'm sorry, waiting on Break. He's looks like he's in. I don't know if he's in chat yet, but he's definitely on Skype. So wait for the word to get him. But if you're just joining us, the show's RPGrinders. I'm on with Eric RPG. We're just doing a little pre-show banter, which you can hear live every Friday, 7 Eastern, or even a little bit before that. We just, shoot the shit, so to speak, before. I give Wyland a hard time all the time, and, give him a few exiles before the show starts, but, that's how we do it. I'm going to die. Frank's cold sucks. Yeah, this cold, man, we got a big time cold. I'm just happy it's not COVID. That's the big thing. But I was worried there for a second because my parents got sick, and it's just one of those deals. But just really, really happy it's not the old C-19. Looks like Break is giving me a holla. Let's see if he's ready. Da-da-da. Yeah. So it should be a good show today. We're going to whittle down 32 N64 games to the final 16. There's some good matchups today, Eric. I'm looking forward to this. I really want to see some upsets today. I want to see, some shit get stirred up today. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But also, I got an interesting question for Eric and Break as I get Break on here. We haven't started the show. If you're just joining us, let's add Break to the fray here. Man, hell of a cold, man. Whew. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun today. So let's keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully I don't die during the show. Luckily, I don't have the COVID though, so that's the good thing. Break, do we have you? Break, mom.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Skype being Skype, I'm guessing, right?
No shit.
It's all good, man. We're here. We're all
This
here.
is episode 604, right?
This is episode 604. Yeah. Did you guys hear that by chance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. If you guys hear any audio issues with me, just keep going. I know what they are. I can fix them real quick. Just I just continue on. Unless you don't hear me. If you don't hear me, then let me know. But son of a bitch. Okay, you guys ready to rock? For those about
Is that
to
Saw?
rock.
Jigsaw
What?
whispering in the background.
Yeah, yeah. Hello, Frank.
Oh, that's because I have my mic far away from my mouth. Sorry about that.
That's all good, man. I was like, wow.
I didn't even realize it.
That's kind of weird. Okay, you guys ready to rock?
Mm-hmm.
You ready, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
Can't see who's in chat. I know Wyland's in there, but let's just get this party started and we'll go from there. We're whittling down these N64 games, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Wow. I think we're gonna have to redo. Hang on.
Why?
Hang on.
This
Oh.
podcast,
It's mad buggy.
the podcast is
Yes.
sick.
Yeah, I'm not seeing New Mutants or any movie in theaters. Fuck that.
Yeah, no shit.
Sorry.
I couldn't even if I wanted to because the theaters are so close here.
I think there's probably going to be some opening by... Actually, there is going to be one opening by me, and there are going to be some 15-cent movies to try and get people to come back.
The last time I went to Menor, the theaters were still closed. I'm pretty sure they're still closed.
But it's
And
going to be like...
That was like 2 months ago, but it's probably still closed.
They're charging people to go see, like, Back to the... Shit like that. Like,
Oh,
all movies.
that was
You can watch on Netflix because Back to the Future is on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
okay. We're gonna have to do a redo.
And
Sorry,
that's
guys.
basically what they're doing. Probably they're just running it through a fucking view screen.
Instead of using a projector, probably. I don't know.
Mad buggy today. Can you guys hear me? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
There were some anime movies I wanted to see, but like no, for the same reason. It's like,
Yeah, like,
fuck
it's just
you,
not-
Aniplex. Why aren't you putting Made in Abyss and you know what, Fate in theaters? Why not put them on streaming?
How about you just
could
give?
always put them in theaters later, doing a Fathom effect, because there are such things as rescreenings.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
you
like
could-
I said. They're doing it with Back to the Future and shit like that. They're
Yeah.
rescreening all movies. They could absolutely rescreen anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they can
Absolutely.
rescreen Disney's movies too. So like Disney,
Mhm.
you can make your money later.
Freak5 says my only audio issue is that I can hear Frank's voice. How dare you, son of a bitch! Let's try this again,
I'm
guys.
just
Sorry,
glad I didn't say my name.
son of a bitch. All right, let's try this again. Oh, fuck, man. Audio issues galore. I apologize, everybody. It might be one of those days. Let's try this one more time. And welcome to a very mad, buggy issue of RPGrinders. Episode 604. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great, Breakman the Bold. Gentlemen, other than the audio issues we've been having, how are you?
You're gonna edit that part out, right? Like they're not gonna hear that like false start and shit, right?
No, I mean, on the archives they will, like if they're listening on YouTube or Twitch, yeah, probably, but not on the show proper. Like if you're downloading on the archives, you will not have heard Breakman screw up. So just thought I'd throw that out there, and you will not have heard me exile Freak5 Chaos, who's in chat, or Wyland, who's in chat, who get exiles before the show even started. Bernie didn't get Bernie did get an exile, and she's sitting right next to me. So there you go. All right, gentlemen, how are you doing? Break, how's it going?
All right, I guess.
Enjoying the baseball season? I'm not really enjoying it, man.
Yeah. There's some cool things I do like the double headers on Sunday. They've started like 7 innings instead of 9 innings.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, I wish they would keep that.
I really like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's different and I really like it. I would enjoy baseball more if the Reds could pitch.
Yeah. Lately, if our relievers would like even pitch at all, would be really nice. But the Rockies are 12-6, so life is good right now. We're in first place, the third best record in the league. So, you gotta.
The Reds starting pitcher gave up 9 in the second inning yesterday.
Our relievers gave up like 37 runs in 3 games. So
Yeah, like this is painful to watch. It's painful.
Yeah. All right, enough about baseball. Eric, how you doing, man?
All right, I guess.
All right. Well, let's get right into the news. We got a stack show for you guys today. A bunch of reviews. We're gonna whittle down our N64 games down to 16, I believe, by the end of today. So lots to get going here.
RPG News.
All right, Eric, you are up.
Okay, Mortal Shell has a release date for the physical release of the game, which is October 2nd for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and even the PC.
Yeah, I think we talked about this.
But it comes out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
If you just want it digitally.
Yeah, I think we talked about this a little bit last week.
So the physical edition will cost the same as the digital edition.
I don't get that. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're like a physicals, you don't have to worry about paying extra.
Yeah.
Unless you live in Europe, which it's $34.99 instead of €29.99.
Yeah.
But it contains a fold-out poster, and thanks ads for rolling my screen down so I couldn't see the text anymore.
I hate that shit, man. There should be some fucking moratorium on that nonsense.
And it apparently has a soft-backed art book, which, okay.
Okay. All right.
Probably held together very loosely.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
And it'll be available at retailers, so you won't have to get it through some place like Limited Run Games.
Yeah. Wyland says, I'm hoping New Mutants gets a digital same day because we were talking about movies. I'm hoping too.
Of course, the physical PC release only contains a code.
Yeah.
So here's your free map.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know. I look what they're doing with Black Widow. Instead of like doing something where they could, bring it out, a movie that's been done for a while now.
Yeah.
They're gonna hold it back until next year because Disney.
Disney missed out because they could have got a lot. How many people would have subscribed just for that movie, man? Even if it was for a month or two. I mean,
Well, they're doing something. They're doing Milan. They should do what they're doing.
$30.
Yeah, I know the price is outrageous, but I mean,
On top of the subscription you're already paying for.
it's
Yeah.
on top of the subscription, but you get to keep the movie, so you get to
Yeah.
watch the movie again anytime you want it. So
yeah,
But if you have plus one,
as
that
long
does
as you
not
have the
matter.
subscription.
I like that model. I
They
think.
defeat the whole purpose of having of Disney Plus, where you could watch the movie anytime anyway.
Well, but the difference is you get it for one. So if you get rid of Disney Plus, you still have it, and for two, you get to see it before. So I like that model. I just think that they should just include it like with their subscription service.
The
And,
cost is way
yeah,
high.
hang on, Eric, hang on. I just think they should.
Because I think they would charge more. I think they would up the subscription price if they did that.
If they
But
went
you
to
know what? If they started doing like their, let's say the next Avengers movie, like they did it in the theater and online, like at the same time, and they start charging, a larger monthly subscription for stuff like that, I'd be into it.
I don't know
$10
about.
instead of $8.
No, I don't know about a larger subscription price. I think their subscription price is the sweet spot, but I think they should do like if they wanted to raise it to $40, let's say, like for big premium releases, but you get to
$40 a month is more than I'd want.
no, not a month, like for the movie itself. Like let's say, Avengers, the new Avengers.
No, I wanted to go lower.
Hold on, Eric. Hold on. I mean, I would too. Ideally, I want them to give it to me for free, but that shit's just not going to happen, right? But let's say if they did something like $40, they give you, they let you have unlimited access whether you have Disney Plus or not, and you get to see a day of, and that would be kind of okay because what do you pay? You pay for Disney Plus. Does things right?
They might as well give you the
hold on, Eric.
footage from the
It's 4K, right? Which not a lot of you have to pay extra a month to do 4K on all the other services, right? So they don't. I mean, their 4K stuff is just included. So I don't have a huge problem with that, but I mean, there something's got to give here. You can't have your cake and eat it too, like they're trying. So
I can.
oh well. I mean, we can, but that's just whatever. But we got to move on here.
I don't understand what that even fucking really means, though.
What?
Like you're saying, like you get your cake and you eat it too. Like what? Are you saying somebody would
No,
get a cake
I'm
and
saying-
not get
I
to
think
eat
it's
it?
kind of like
No,
how
I'm talking
you get a
about the
birthday
same-
cake on your birthday, but
Eric.
you don't necessarily get to eat all of it. Because I had a pie for my birthday, and I just had a piece or two,
Yeah.
and then
No,
everybody
Whoa,
else
whoa,
ate
who
this.
eats an entire cake?
no, I get it, Break. But what I'm saying
Snorlax.
is like all these corporations, and we'll Eric's got a heck of a fucking stinko later on talking about corporations. But corporations want their cake, your mama's cake, your daddy's cake, and everybody else's cake, and they want to eat that and then throw up and then eat it again and then make you look at them eat it, and then that's just the way it is. But something has to give. Like it can't. I mean, when does the greed end? Like capitalism is it's coming to an end.
Like I get they kind of need to make their money back on the Mulan and Black Widow, but like why not like work with the theaters to do digital screenings and like pay $15 for a ticket?
Like what was the budget on Black Widow? It couldn't have been like that much. I mean, fuck, it's an action movie starring. I mean, I know Scarlett Johansson's expensive.
And
and
a
all,
really lame looking Taskmaster.
yeah, Taskmaster looks okay, but
Yeah, okay at best. Like he's not.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like the way we wanted him to look.
I know we wanted him to look like in the Spider-Man game. Did you guys see him in the Spider-Man game? He looks totally badass.
I was
So he's got
thinking
like the
more
white
like
cloak
the
and
way I
the
see
skeleton
him.
face
Marvel versus Capcom, but okay.
type, or
Come on, guys.
what design is he?
Yeah.
What happened? I think we just all died.
Yeah. Hang
No.
on. Sorry.
Ah.
Sorry. hang
Anyway,
on.
what were we doing? Were we rigging the news or something like that? I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Talking as soon as this site would fucking load. Here we go. Coming to us live from RPG site. Bless Unleashed launches soon for PlayStation 4. It'll be launching on August 20th. Alright, closed beta will take place between the 20th and 24th. And it doesn't say what the date is as far as the release, just an open beta or closed beta. But there's a sign up, so go ahead.
I'm
and do
guessing
that if you
within
wanna
the
do it.
next 3 weeks of the beta ending.
Yeah, I mean that makes the most sense. It's just weird. This article doesn't say that when the release date is.
Yeah.
Because like the beta of Immortal Shell was like about 3 weeks ago. So,
I mean that makes sense. That's what they've done with the last Halo. They tested online. They released it the beta was like a month before the release of the game because
Yeah.
they just needed to stress test the servers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Let me know if the audio is okay. It's going to be one of those shows where the audio is going to be touch and go. So, just bear with us. If you're listening on the archives, I apologize for this episode's
as much
audio.
as I want to play Halo Infinite, I have no confidence that it's actually going to end up being a good game because they're gonna Anthem the fuck out of it, and it's not going to turn out well.
Well, let's keep our hopes up because I actually have big hopes for the new Xbox, man. Like I'm all in on the Xbox. I think the Xbox specs and the price is going to be right. Like it's going to be there. I mean, it just depends on the games, and it's disappointing.
Well, I mean, it's got to at least be better than what's going on with the Crystal Dynamics Adventures game from Square Enix.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Avengers beta is also pretty janky. I heard Avengers just plain sucks, man. So
I wish they'd spent some money and got not necessarily the movie actor voices, but got the cartoon voices or something.
Or
you
how
know?
about this?
I think with this game, they didn't know what they wanted to do with it, so they just made 2 games, one with a campaign and one with this open world mission bullshit.
Yeah.
That makes it look more like Destiny.
Yeah. Sterling did a really good video on.
And then it got worse when they decided to make characters as exclusive to certain versions of the game.
Yeah.
Because I'm there's only one so far, but that's Spider-Man for PS4. But I'm guessing they could probably try, and they will try to do an exclusive character to make up for the lack of Spider-Man.
why
Why
couldn't
can't
they
they do lame characters or characters people don't really care about? You know.
Why couldn't they have just done the
But not only that, but then there's all the commercial advertising being done by like
Yeah.
places like Verizon.
And the monetizing and all that shit, yeah. Yeah, the thing I don't get is why didn't they just model it after like the movie characters? You know, they look completely bland and uninspiring. It just
Disney said no.
well, Disney
They kind
sucks.
of make do.
Well, I don't understand that. Why would they say no to that? It's so dumb. Like, just fucking.
Or maybe they said yes, but you have to pay us this much.
Oh boy, I'm
More
sure
than
they
likely it was that. It was money. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do it for
$1 billion.
says.
Yeah. Dungeon Busters in chat.
Put your pinky finger to your lips and say $100
Yeah.
billion.
Yeah, yeah. Dungeon Busters in chat. He says Avengers Beta is also pretty janky. It's not super exciting. I got to use Thor in the opening part of the beta, but I can't when it opens up, which was sad. Also, when it quote unquote lost network connection, it stops the whole game to let you know, which was so annoying. Some games just show a pop-up and life goes on without interruption, but not Avengers. No.
It's
Yeah.
like Assassin's Creed and having to be always online, otherwise your game gets fucked.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on, guys, because we got tons to get to here. This comes to us from RPGsite.net. Marvelous Europe details Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, which we talked about before. Goldest Harvest edition for Europe and Australia. And
This is the special edition I was telling you about.
yeah, and it looks worthy. It comes with the game, 132-page art book, which sounds pretty meaty. It's not one of those little shitty,
I'm pretty sure this is exclusive to Europe, though, which kind of sucks.
that does suck. 3-disc CD soundtrack, double-sided poster. I love double-sided posters. I lost them in my divorce, but I used to have a bunch of laminated posters, and I had a ton of double-sided posters. But
What a shitty lawyer.
At this point, the Avengers game is basically like a poor man's version of Alliance, because Alliance, you get like the newest Alliance lets you play 34 characters total, and you've got a larger starting roster. In this game,
Yeah.
you only have 6, and you might get a handful later.
Yeah, it wasn't a matter of lawyers, Breakman. It just, I just didn't think of it. Like, I lost a lot of shit, man. Like,
Okay. I was just like, man, what kind of lawyer doesn't even get you fucking posters at
No.
the very least? Like,
No,
goddamn,
I mean,
you failed.
it's. I mean, in my mind, it's not a big deal. I was gonna give my collection to my kids, anyways. But it just sucks because I had a lot of. I mean, I spent lamination is expensive. To get like posters laminated and stuff. But yeah, every time I say lamination, I always think of like Conan, even though it's a different word. But
Limitation.
the lamination of the posters.
That's what lamination says.
Exactly. I wanted to work out though. I'm hungry for another Alliance Legends type that'll never happen. Dungeon. That Switch game was pretty janky. Okay, let's move on.
I
Eric.
want to hear it's a fun game, but it suffers immensely from the absolutely terrible load times.
Yeah. All right, Eric, you're up.
And the fact that there isn't enough uniqueness between each character.
Yeah. All right, Eric. Let's move on.
The Pop-Up Dungeon is a game, and it's out now for PC. Humble Games, so the Humble store, basically. That's exclusive there. And developer Triple B Titles. That's funny. Triple B instead of Triple A.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's also on Steam, but it's priced at $24.99. 10% discount for the first week of sale, and that'll be ending soon. So if this sounds like your thing, but it's a tactical roguelike RPG where you can create any weapon, ability, enemy, or hero, and they're all paper box type characters.
Yeah. I have an interesting question for you guys later on in Free For All after we do our N64 games related to tactical RPGs, but I'll hold off until then. All right, let's move on here. This game looks actually kind of unique. If you're into tactical RPGs, it looks cool. It's got a nifty little art style, but there you go. All right, Break, what do we got?
Coming to us live from RPG site. Dante joined Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster as paid DLC.
Of course. Of course.
Well,
Hell, listen to the
I kind of
price.
had to because it's basically letting you switch the mode of the game itself. Because
Yeah.
because he takes the place of Rido.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 980 yen.
Oof,
So,
what-
roughly $10.
I don't like that pricing. I don't know. I mean, I agree with you, Eric. Yeah, it's
It's
kind
just a
of
lot for a single character, though.
Yeah.
So,
Additionally, the remaster adds the Pierce effect to Dante's passive Sun's Oath ability, a buff which makes him more equal to Rideout as a battle combatant.
yeah.
so he's actually more useful now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he was pretty useless in the last one. Okay.
He's only useful for when you got him, and not for very long.
Yeah.
It's out in Japan in October, and will be in the West in spring of next year.
Yeah.
So there.
Yeah, I'm excited for this game, but Nocturne was one of my all-time favorite PS2 games.
I'm sure it's only paying $10 for a character. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
if
I'm
I
not
buy
doing that.
this character, it's going to be on a sale.
Yeah, either that or I'll wait for like a special edition where they include it and,
Yeah, that too.
something
Exactly.
like that. But all right, let's
Has more to do with the fact that it's being sub-licensed to them by Capcom.
I know that it's just petty though. I mean, come on, man. Like it's like when you go through life and you look at something and you happen to see like in a movie, if you happen to notice like a Mountain Dew can like way in the background, like should Mountain Dew paid for that? I mean, come on, man. Like seriously, like it's like when we do this podcast. Like,
Chances are they didn't
hold on,
know
Eric.
it was even there.
hold on, Eric. Like when I do this podcast, like in passing, I'll play a trailer. Not even like a fucking gameplay trailer of a Namco Bandai game, and I get flagged every fucking time, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I know it has to do with the algorithms, but can't Namco Bandai say, hey, look, as long as they're not like, like abusing shit, like, I mean, change the...
It was a nice little extra in the Western releases for the original game, but here now it just feels like you're paying for an advertisement.
Yeah.
Can't
and I
we
hate
just
that.
like say like a different name, like just like kind of off a little bit, like
Yeah, like,
like we're not playing like Namco games. We're not playing Pac-Man. We're playing Pac-Man.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
playing Plaque-Men,
Yep.
something like that. No, it's not even that. It's just like the video, like the algorithm.
I think it would have been a lot funnier instead of getting Dante. We got Dante from DMC.
Yeah, that would have been funny, man. That would have pissed a lot of people off. But all right, let's move on to the next story from RPGsite.net. Indie tactical RPG, which this is the second tactical RPG we talked about today. Live by the Sword Tactics, releasing for Steam in early 2021. This looks like kind of like an RPG Maker tactical RPG. It looks okay. It's got a nifty little.
And then a sequel, Die by the Sword Tactics.
Yeah, Die by the Sword. That'd be fun if they did a sequel to that. But it includes multiple game modes. Sorry guys, hang on.
A dog.
Yeah. Hold on.
It's called Labrador Studios.
Yeah, sorry guys. It just anyways, Live by the Sword, it's a story mode that features a group of adventurers who discover an evil plot. Roguelite adventure mode that has you building the world as you explore it. Ranked and unranked online battles between two players. Local and LAN battles between two players. Tools to create custom battlefields. And then there's different classes, of course, and stuff like that. But it looks like a cute little game. It's a little rough. It looks a little rough to me. But I agree that the sequel to Live by the Sword should be Die by the Sword. And then Resurrected by the Sword. So there you go. Let's see. What do we got? Lion Switch was okay, but it can get so grindy. I don't
Yeah,
mind.
because apparently your characters, like New Game Plus, just reset their level, which is stupid.
Yeah,
And you can't create a new character without deleting the other one, which is also stupid.
yeah. All right, Eric, you're up.
From RPG site, we've got a game called The Magister, which is a murder mystery RPG releasing for Steam in late 2020. Publisher Digerati and developer Nerduke Productions have announced The Magister, a card-based
murder mystery RPG with tactical combat. So it's released for PC via Steam in late 2020.
Yeah.
Anyways, you're an agent assigned to enforce the will of the Emperor and the rule of law in the far-flung provinces of the Empire. Recently dispatched to remote rural village of Silverhurst, you must investigate the grim demise of the fellow magister. You have 14 days to solve the case.
Yeah.
Uh,
Looks interesting. I don't know. I'm not into card games. Apparently, this is some type of.
It's not a card game. It just uses cards as a battle mechanic
Yeah.
instead of like the text menu.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. It's just something about that, Eric, that I just don't quite like, and I don't know. But it looks okay. I mean, graphically it's fine, and stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. All right, Break, you're up. Did we lose Break?
I don't know.
Let me check to see if we lost the Breakman. No, he's there. He's just on mute.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, we hear you now.
Do you
Could
hear me?
bacon pull you away?
Okay, you hear me. Okay, cool. Coming to us live from RPG site. Narrative adventure game Werewolf, the Apocalypse Heart of the Forest, coming to PC in Q4 2020. So, yeah, I guess sometime October, November, December.
Yeah.
Heart of the Forest is a narrative adventure game with RPG elements based in the world of Darkness universe. You're put in the shoes of a girl named Maya, I guess, who travels to Poland to learn about the history of her family. Gameplay focuses on 3 main resources: rage, willpower, and personality, which will affect how you interact with various situations in the game. Personality is subdivided into 4 auspice stats, which will also affect which dialogue options are available at given moments.
I like this. This is
It's interesting.
Would this be more like a visual novel? I'm guessing, Eric. Is that what it kind of? This seems like a.
Well, I'm guessing the personality one's
Here, let
basically
me-
like your way out of a situation type deal. So it may
Here.
become something like that at that
Yeah.
point.
All right, Eric. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah, let
Break.
me read this part here. The game adapts to the mechanics of the legendary title from the World of Darkness universe, emulating the experience of a classic role-playing session. An immersive narrative that can measure up to the best mystery novels.
Ooh.
Beautiful, distinctive collage art that combines hand-illustrated characters with pictures of real places to inspire your imagination. By making tough choices that often bring dramatic consequences, you will affect your character attributes. I was reading like I was talking first reading. Sorry. You will affect your character's attributes, rage, willpower, and health. This impacts your ability to perform certain actions, as well as change the range of available choices and the presentation of the world. The game will analyze your behavior and determine what kind of werewolf you are. This all sounds really cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
before. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Break, but
Frank could be a werewolf.
how dare you? Look, I like the idea of this game, and I'll tell you why. I used to play the actual tabletop RPG Werewolf, and it was definitely an intriguing game. It had a lot of like political, like behind the scenes stuff that you had to get to the bottom to, and it's a fantastic tabletop game. And if this game emulates anything like that, I'm all in. I just wish they would put it on like the Switch or PS4
Well, they'll
or
probably
Xbox.
see how well it performs on PC first.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
for sure.
this doesn't look like a game if you're looking for like action or speed or something like that. This
Yeah,
looks like a
yeah.
like a lot of reading and which I
From
don't
what
know.
I could tell, it pretty much has the same setup as Radical Dreamers did, where it's a choose your own adventure type adventure game,
Yeah,
but as combat sections.
Yeah, choose your own adventure with, depending on your actions, like different talking trees, like dialogue trees and stuff like that. This is an intriguing game, just like the game, and I know they're coming out with an actual like action RPG game, so this should be good.
Yeah, let me read the last part of it here. It's tailored for World of Darkness veterans and newcomers looking for an accessible entry into this rich, acclaimed universe. They teach you to fear rather than to be angry, but fear solves nothing. Anger is there for a reason, to shield and protect you. Anger is the part of you that cares. Rage gets things done.
Yeah.
that's how it ended.
Yeah, no, it's this is an intriguing title. Freak5 says, "Holy shit, I will play the fuck out of this game." Freak, did you ever play Werewolf, the Apocalypse, or whatever they called it? Werewolf, Werewolf the Apocalypse. I had a good time playing it. It's a what is it? A D8 system, D6?
No, it's a card game like Magic.
No. I'm talking about the tabletop game.
Oh.
I know what Werewolf is, Eric. I know what this game is. But I think you used a bunch of D12s, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember what it was, like 6 D12s, I believe. I can't remember the exact setup, but it's been so many years since I played it. But it's such a fun game.
6 M&Ms and
Yeah.
and Bazaars and who are the other guys in that group? Shit. Yeah. I can't think of the other members of that group right now.
Right.
Oh man.
Your brain's not working as usual.
No,
Ethan.
it's true.
It's broken.
He hasn't
Right.
had enough
It's
alcohol, I
defective.
guess.
Yeah, you haven't had enough beer, man.
No, it's defective. I got what's that? Abby Normal is what I was told when they put it in.
All right, let's move on. Speaking of abnormal, next story comes to us from RPGsite.net. Open world action RPG Spellmaster: The Saga to release for Steam Early Access in Q1 2021. So it's an open world role-playing game set in an epic. When have we heard this before? Epic fantasy universe filled with magic, monsters, and mysteries. Take the role of an ambitious wizard who is looking for a way to improve and share his powerful knowledge. Jesus Christ, I'm just gonna go over the features, guys. Sorry. Build and roll your very own magic academy. Train ambitious young students and recruit famous wizards to help you. An open and diverse world. Jesus, so cliche. Different magic schools that can be combined to match any gameplay style. Dynamic day-night cycle that affects gameplay. Your choices matter, which we've heard a million times before. So there you go. If you're interested, first quarter.
It's got a very gothic feel. I just hope it's better than Arcana was.
Yeah, D10. Freak5 says. Yeah, it was like, wasn't it like 6 D10s or something was like the base that you used for almost everything, which is it's an interesting. It's all those like Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse. It was what wasn't it? Mage. There was another one too, man. I can't remember all of them, but they were all in the same universe and
Vampire.
Yeah, I said Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh. Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk was not in that same universe. It's. I think it did.
Oh. I thought you were talking about 10 die games.
No. What I was talking about, like the games in that universe. It was like Wraith, I think, was another one.
Yeah, Wraith.
There was a couple more. I can't remember all of them, but anyways, who did that last story? I think it was me. So Eric, you're up. Yeah, Mummy, the Resurrection. That's what it was. Yeah.
From RPG sites, we've got Oceanhorn 2 has been announced. Oceanhorn 2: Knights of the Lost Realm for Nintendo Switch and PC, and it's looking like it's got more of the Breath of the Wild energy in it, but it looks like it plays also more like a traditional 3D Zelda game, but with RPG mechanics thrown on top.
Yeah. No, I mean, there you go. Anything else on this, Eric?
I'm surprised. Well, I don't think the original developers for the first game are here, but which is probably why it looks so drastically different.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll be a much better game. Because I didn't hate Oceanhorn. I liked it, but it was very simple.
Yeah.
That's a I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Mummy the Resurrection, aka Frank the Game.
Why lend you're exiled, you son of a bitch? Let's see. Yeah, this game looks okay, Eric. Looking forward to it. It looks okay. Totally down for games like this. And it's on the Switch, which is a plus too. For mobile too, that's kind of weird. But okay. All right. Breakman, speaking of Vampire the Masquerade, you're up.
It's not that weird. I mean, the original was also a mobile game.
All right, Breakman.
I know I'm waiting for it to load. Sorry.
It's okay.
Coming to us live from RP. Metroid Bloodlines 2 delayed to 2021.
Hold on.
I never thought it was going to come out this year anyway, so.
Yeah, sorry guys, we had some audio quick delays, but we're back. Okay.
Let me see. According to Andy Kipling and Jacob Munthy, our goal has always been to deliver the best game possible to immerse you into a Seattle reimagined in the world of darkness and deliver a worthy successor to the original Bloodline games. Due to the quality bar and ambitions we have set for ourselves, we have made a difficult decision that we need more time. I approve. I like this. This means that our goal is to release in 2020 is no longer possible. Moving launch is one of the changes we are making to ensure the best player experience possible. I definitely like this. This is not a decision taken lightly, nor is the first option we considered. We will share more. Your first option was going to do what a lot of big developers do and release an unfinished game. We will share more information. We'll just patch it later.
Yeah.
We will share more information in the coming months on launch timing and other organizational changes that help us achieve this goal.
Yeah.
We understand that this will be a disappointment to many of you, and I think those people need to just shut their mouths and just be patient.
And
But we
go
also
fuck
appreciate How our
themselves.
ambition is echoed through the many parts of the community. We hope you understand that. While difficult, this is the right call. We thank you for all your patience while we continue to build Bloodlines 2. Go ahead, Frank.
It said there was a line in there. It said, "Go fuck yourselves." I don't know if you included that. Yeah.
No, that was what I said.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
That's a line I added for the bitching, the bitching populace. Like, why are you gonna make us wait for this game?
You know,
Like, Jesus Christ! Like they're pushing it back because they said we don't like it yet. We're not done with this game. We want more time. I wish more developers did that.
Yeah.
There are so many games that have been released which just aren't done. I mean, look out Fallout 76 for God's sakes.
Yeah, I think Dungeon Questbuster in chat, but Dungeons. He says, translation: Cyberpunk 2077 is releasing close to when we wanted to, and would destroy our sales. So time
I'm
to
not
move.
I'm not even looking that forward to Cyberpunk because
I am.
when I heard that it wasn't gonna have like race relations issues regarding Black Lives Matter, I was like, fuck this game.
Yeah. So time to move and use the time to polish the game.
And it also is incredibly weebish because it has absolutely ridiculous random Japanese word thrown together name for a weapon.
Where can I play Bloodlines 1 Dungeon? Is that on anything I can play other than PC? Because huh?
It's on GOG.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
on.
you said dog. I'm like, what?
Oh.
I'm kind of confused. I was thinking of the game like the what the safety guards got the alcohol barrel on right. They wear that.
GOG though can play it on your Mac.
Wyland says, is it bad that I thought it was coming out 2021 to begin with? Yes, it is bad, Wyland. So there you go. But luckily this will come out on the PS4 and Xbox One, stuff like that. So I'll actually have a chance to play it. So there you go.
As far as Cyberpunk 2077 is concerned, I'm just going to wait for the Game of the Year edition to come out because you know it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm in agreement, Eric. Like I any AAA title from here on out, I'm just gonna, and you know, aside from console launches, because you have to buy games at launch, you know, like console launches to play them. I'm just gonna wait for sales and, you know, stuff like that, like Game of the Year editions and stuff like that.
Every once in a while, there's going to be a AAA title where I'm going to go out and be like, yes, I get that. Like,
you know,
Halo for me, obviously, but for the most part, yeah, I'm with you. I just can't.
I only have one game that I do that to, and I'll be talking.
I regret buying Neo 2 when it was new because I haven't even gotten around to playing it yet, and I decided I'm just going to wait until I get a PS5.
Yeah. See, that's good, Eric. I mean, that's good thinking. Like, I was just talking to Bernie about this today. Like, there's only one game that I will buy day of, and that's Dragon Quest. You know, if it's not Dragon Quest, I'm okay just waiting. I have a good enough.
And I was only saying that because like you get it for $40 now or $20 depending on when you buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
Like there are things I want. Like I do want to Switch and stuff like that, but then I think about like when am I going to get time to play it?
Yeah. Well,
I've got like the Genesis man.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is,
They freaking open
Yeah,
the
50
box.
games,
Yeah.
all 50 games to play through on that thing.
yeah, the good thing about the
Well, it's just there's so much time. I mean, there's not enough time in so many games.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, I mean, the good thing about the Switch is it is portable. So that's the one big plus it has on the other systems is you can just take it and go. And then when you get home, you plug it back in, and you're playing on your TV and stuff. So that's a big. I think that's a huge advantage for them. But it's Nintendo. Like they're always behind the times. There's bigger and better games on
Nintendo
other
still
systems.
doesn't have a cart function on the eShop. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I know.
it's fine as long as they make fun. Like Nintendo's, I think, better than any company when it comes to making fun.
That's true too. The one thing that I really wish they would do is like put all of their Nintendo and Super Nintendo catalog online. I think that would be really
I'm
really
so
cool.
sick of console
Floodgates.
exclusivity. I'd love to be able to play games like that. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the only games trickling out of that service should be the third-party ones, because that requires negotiation. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But Nintendo, what are you doing with your own stuff?
No, but I mean, even those ones, like it wouldn't take that much negotiate. I mean, really, we're gonna worry about how much it.
ROMs that are playing
Eric.
off of somewhere.
Like honestly, how much money would it take to get a game like I don't know Jaws or Friday the 13th on the service? Come on, man. It's not rocket science. It's not that big of a deal. Just come to some kind of an agreement and let's.
Are you talking about the NES? Like two of the worst NES titles?
Yes.
Did you really just mention those two?
Yes.
Of all the games you could pick out of
Yes.
a hat, you picked
Yes.
two of the worst.
Yes, I did. I'm gonna do this last story. It's real quick. Elder Scrolls Online's coming to PS5 and Series X. No idea when. Doesn't really say. So there you go. But that's fairly exciting. Dungeon says, when I played Bloodlines, I chose to be Malkavian because of their insanity. The dialogue options were just as bizarre, which is great. And Bernie says those were my favorite NES games. So
What the Jaws and
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm
oh my
Street?
no, Nightmare on Elm Street was actually a decent game. Friday the
I don't
13th.
know. It was a collectathon like so many other rare games, though.
Yeah,
I never played Nightmare on Elm Street.
it was good. It was a good game. It was
Friday the
pretty
13th
decent.
on the other hand is terrible.
Oh
Friday
my
the
God.
13th was absolutely unfair in every way. Like,
Yes.
you could just walk into a random house and Jason's there, like, hey, look, you've got a rock and there's the end boss.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
exactly. Oh look, here's a rock, and here's like the biggest boss of the whole game, and good luck, and there you go. And then like you would see like I would get like Nintendo Power and stuff, and like you would see like the character having like a pitchfork and stuff, and you're like, how the fuck can I get that pitchfork and kick his
Predator on
ass?
the NES is pretty terrible. So is Terminator, and
Yeah, they're,
this isn't a movie, but it was also based on a license. Gilligan's Island, other than that.
but like honestly,
NES.
like why can't we get those games on there? I was looking at like because I have the Nintendo service, and there's a few NES games on there, but it's like there's not like a huge allotment of them. There's some classics in there, like Metroid I think is in there, and stuff like that. But damn, and just so stupid. Like I don't know. Those games were terrible, but it's fun to go back and visit them every once in a while. But anyways, that.
You absolutely like that turd of a game called Deadly Towers, Quester.
Oh God! Why would you? Why is this bad game day? Is this what we're trying to do? Just trying to
Hey,
top each other?
there's a category for 64 games. 64 worst games.
Yeah, we could do that too. Maybe,
Highlight is on that game list, or I'm not doing the show anymore.
yeah, the
So
last.
which highlight? Super highlight or highlight virtual highlight?
Yeah, so in a couple
I
weeks'
just
time.
remember the original highlight. Like, and I thought it was just as a kid, I was like, maybe I just didn't understand it, So I tried to play it as an adult, and I'm like, no, this is a fucking turd. What the fuck? How did this shit get made?
Yeah, exactly, man. Bernie said she wanted to play Kung Fu today. That's a pretty good, fun little game. Takes about 10 minutes to beat.
Spartans. This is the original name of that game.
Yeah. I don't think there's any homie discounts today.
Based on a Jackie Chun movie.
Yeah. Kung Fu was fun. Rambo was fun. It was janky, but yeah, I agree with you, Dungeon. It was an action adventure game. There were some games that I really want to play. Like, just put the whole catalog on there. It wouldn't, come on. All
I
right.
said Chun because I didn't want to get sued.
Yeah. Breakman, do we have anything this week?
Nope.
Okay. If you want to send
Sucks.
Breakman,
I'm
Hey,
sad.
I know. Don't let's end Breakman's sadness. Send him a question at RPGrinders, and we will definitely.
I can't complain. We've gotten new questions lately, and it's been good. So
Yeah, it's been
I'm
pretty
not
good.
too upset.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
You know, send your question in. We don't want a sad Breakman. We want a very happy Breakman. So, all right, let's move on, gents. To
Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know what you've been playing. Breakman, Final Fantasy 15.
Yes, I've been playing Final Fantasy 15. You're correct. I've just really mostly fighting monsters, trying to level up a little bit. When they added the updated edition, the Royal Edition of Final Fantasy 15, they upped the level cap to 120. I didn't know that. I thought at 99 I was gonna hit the level cap, and then I'm like, what? I can go higher?
Yeah.
So right now I've mostly just been fighting monsters and doing that puzzle dungeon a little bit at a time, because you can't save anywhere in it, but you can exit out and it saves your progress. So at least do
Yeah.
that.
Do you like solve puzzles Golden Sun style?
It's more like a Mario type.
So Landstalker.
I never played that, so.
Yeah.
But it's like jumping puzzles and stuff like that, and jumping over spike pits and shit. But it needs better checkpointing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
All right. Anything else you've been playing, Break?
some more of the Star Wars Battlefront too. I've gotten better at killing bots in the Starfighter sections. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, baby. I can't handle a real player, but them bots are mine, bitch.
Yeah. Hold on a second, guy.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, I guess I should keep talking then, since.
By teabagging them.
Well, you can't teabag him in a Starfighter though.
Mm.
You can teabag him on a foot, but usually like the body just disappears really quick, so there's not it's not enough time. Let me see here. I got another achievement in Battlefront.
oh,
That's cool, I guess.
you got an achievement. Wow.
Yeah.
What was the achievement?
It was one of the Starfighter achievements, so it was
Oh, wow.
unexpected.
Your worst part of the game.
I love it though. It's so much fun. Like the different play styles they've got in like that one and like the Ewok hunt. Just there's so much fun in that game.
Yeah,
The
there's.
multiplayer.
I agree with you, man. Like I didn't understand the hate. I know the beginning hate, but man, that game turned out really, really good. They did a good job with that game for sure.
Yep.
That's an example of what you can do to turn a game around.
Yeah.
I wish somebody.
It was such an improvement over the original too. Like the original, the starfighting mode was just a open space. Like everybody's just thrown in. There's wide open. Shoot each other. Now it's like mission based. Like one mission has you fighting like blockade runner. If you're on one side, you're fighting against blockade runners until you're able to get farther in, or fight the battle station, or get farther in and fight the battle station. Tractor beam, I think.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember what it was. But you know what I mean. Like they're mission objectives for you to do, like destroy mines on certain levels or destroy the
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
And like I said before, like they had that debris field like level, the Death Star, just pieces everywhere, and it looks so cool, and it's just they're so good.
Yeah. It's good stuff, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Anything
Wish I
else
was
you've
better.
Anything else you've been playing, Break?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right, Eric, what you been playing?
I've been playing more Seven Scarlet, just getting through the final character plot or route or whatever. I finished Disaster Report 4. I need to write the review for that. And played a little bit of Catherine Full Body, and I played and beat Street Rage 4 on Saturday. So
okay.
I got a review for that later.
Sweet.
I was along with the Blasphemous Terrapton DLC, which I also finished up this week.
Freak 5 is exiled, by the way.
Yeah, he would like to point out that he also got an achievement this week. His achievement was called Better Than Frank. So.
Yeah, which he got a whopping 0 achievement points for. So there you go. Congratulations.
Yeah, but still he
Freak
gets a
5.
little logo on there saying I'm better than Frank. He probably makes it his icon too. Like it's.
Oh,
you know how you get
you're
that, like, little
just
picture,
rub it
you
in,
put
you
that
son of a
something.
bitch. Break, are you working on an exile break? Is that what the deal is here? You know, I only have so many exiles to give out.
Here's
today.
a licensed video game that was
I know
good. Goonies 2.
Yeah, Goonies 2. Yeah. All right. What else?
Here's one that wasn't Gremlins.
Gremlins. You guys remember playing
So
that
here
bat?
was a good
Gremlins
license
2.
game. Here's a bad license game.
Yeah. God, we could go all day with bad license games. Like what? Terminator, fucking Jesus Christ, it could go on and on.
Total Recall.
Yeah, Total Recall was awful, man. That was-
Total Recall should be recalled.
Yeah, they should have recalled that off the shelves, man, for sure. Okay, let's see. What have I been playing? I will have you guys know that I played Dragon Quest XI, and I beat it. Well, at least the main game I beat. So, yep. I know it's 2 years in the
world's
making.
ending.
If you played S, you'd have even more content to delve into.
Yeah,
Eric,
no.
sorry, look out your window, see if the sun's collapsing or something.
I still haven't beat the Tickington side
Yeah.
quest stuff because that stuff gets really hard, like even harder than the final boss post game stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna beat all that. Probably in a couple weeks to a month, I'll have the post game content done. But I might as well just just go right into our review.
RPGrinders reviews.
Okay, so I got a bunch of reviews for you guys, but since we mentioned Dragon Quest XI, it's great. I mean, it's just traditional turn-based goodness in the style of Dragon Quest with better graphics. The cutscenes are fantastic. I can't wait for the day that, and it's probably going to happen next gen or, with the PS5, where we're going to get a Dragon Quest game that looks as good as the cutscenes in the PS4. So, looking forward to that. It's charming. It's got characters that you care about. Not nearly as much as I did 8, so that's kind of the one little drawback on. But, there's characters like Sylvando. You guys, I mean, Sylvando couldn't have been much better, man. He was one of the greatest video game characters I've ever seen. And, very flamboyant, very tough, very poignant. The writing is spot on. It's normal fare. It's a group of heroes go out into the world to save the world and stuff like that. But it is so detailed and fairly epic in scope. Even though it's a smaller world, it's good stuff. I mean, there's so much to do in the game. So many side quests to get to. I did all 47 of the side quests in the main game, so I don't know if I'm gonna go for the platinum. I might, but it takes a lot. I think you have to craft all the items, and
You don't have to craft them all. You just need to craft a certain amount.
Okay.
And you definitely have to craft the Super Sword of Light.
Yeah. I'm getting to that.
Work, Frank.
Yeah. I got about probably another 40, 60, 80 hours of work to do on that game, but it took me 100 hours, which I know most people, that game probably should take, typically, 40 to 60 hours. It took me 100, but it's done, and it's a fine game. I was a little disappointed in the ending, and then I remembered that there is post-game content and probably a better ending. But just typical save the world stuff with the evil boss, and it's just a typical story, typical Japanese role playing game, traditional turn based. What more could you ask for? Toriyama.
I know this sounds mean, but I kind of can't wait until Yuji Horii dies, as well as Koichi Sugiyama, because one, the series needs a completely new composer, and two, they've too long. They need to shake it
You
up.
just said retired. You didn't have to say
Yeah, nobody in Japan retires, so it's
Yeah.
kind of.
No, I'm in agreement with you, Eric, for the most part. Like I thought the music was fine. There was a couple of new tracks that I really like, but there's nothing that really stood out.
Other than my issues with Soyama, but with him being as he is, it's like he's just phoning it in at this point.
Yeah. This game, no, they put a lot of good hard work into this game, man. I mean, I thought the music was, I mean,
Game soundtrack
Eric,
with
let me
great
finish.
beats.
I think the game, I will say, like, I think the older that those guys get, the worse the games get in this respect. Like, I felt myself for 3/4 of the game feeling kind of sad. And I know there's a bit of sadness in a lot of these Dragon Quest games, and it all turns out good in the end. But like at least with Dragon Quest VIII, like I didn't have that profound sense of like loss and sadness throughout the whole game like I did in this game, man. Like it was just one like bad thing after another, and like you just get to a point where you're like, man, I just want things to turn around, and they do end up turning around, but it just there comes a point when I agree with you, Eric.
I think they were trying to make you feel like there were some stakes.
Yeah.
Because like if you ever have a Dragon Quest, there aren't going to be any stakes because it'll always be fine.
Yeah, and this is no exception. I mean, everything always turns out fine. But I just think I agree with you that it's time for a change. Not in art direction, not in composition for the most part. But I think
I just like a different composer altogether, doing the same kind of music.
I agree. I think there should be a change of like pace with the music, and maybe a change of pace with the storytelling. It's the same story.
Like the protagonist needs to stop being silent, and the protagonist should be able to be a woman or let you pick.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
the protagonist is kind of like needs to go away.
Yeah, I think that we should the guys over there at Square Enix should really take a hard look at Dragon Quest, because I mean, to be honest, like you could make Dragon Quest like super special next gen, and it's not going to take much. I mean, all the elements are there. Like, keep the artwork. The artwork's fantastic. I love that art style, even though I'm not a Dragon Ball Z kind of.
I mean, 12 is already in the working, but so it's going to have to be the next game after that.
Well,
is it because they don't want to steer too far away from tradition because of Japanese culture?
Yeah.
No, it's more like because Japanese Dragon Quest fans that are toxic are going to complain.
Yeah.
You know how badly they complained when they introduced a Gangirl-looking fairy girl in 9?
Yeah, I know, man.
No,
but look, here's the thing. Like, the year's 2020. It's not.
Really
Eric, let me finish, dude. This is my review. Let me just finish it real quick.
No, Frank. I mean, sorry.
Look,
they did try to do something different out of 9 by making it an action RPG, but then they complained, which is why they shifted it back to it being a traditional turn-based one.
Yeah, Eric, let me finish this. Eric, I got a few reviews to get through here. All in all, it's a Jesus Christ. Hang on, guys.
Something happened.
Yeah, sorry.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's really bad, but hang on one second, guys. I totally apologize. It's going to be one of those deals.
Kind of host the dogs.
I don't even know what's going on here, but hold on. Yeah, okay, we're good there. Let me just hit record and finish my review of DQ11. Hang on. Let me know if you can hear us in chat as well. Okay, sorry about the audio issues once again. But anyways, back to Dragon Quest 11. It's a great game. It's just at this point it's tried and true, but we should take a few more risks, like Eric says. But all in all, I really like it. The graphics are great. It's very colorful, which I really enjoy in a video game. I can't say too much bad about it. It's a by the numbers turn-based RPG, which is what I like. And you can grind and do everything that you could in previous entries, and it's got a decent story and one great character. every other character's kind of throwaway, but Sylvando is a great video game character, and I wish they would do maybe a side kind of, thing with Sylvando. But other than that, it's a great game. I give it a 9 out of 10.
And they sort of did that with us.
If you have a Switch or a PlayStation 4, it's a must-have game, especially if you're an RPG fan. So that's my review of Dragon Quest XI. I will be doing another review for the post-game content at a later date whenever I get it finished. But, there you go. Okay, Freak 5 is exiled. He says Frank has been playing Kick the Can ever since he saw a bunch of his friends turn into little kids while playing it. How dare you, son of a bitch. I'm going to review a movie called The Road Movie, which is really not a movie at all. It's just basically a bunch of dash cam footage taken in Russia of a bunch of crazy shit, like a meteor on camera, fights, car crashes, lots of car crashes, like cars skidding on ice, stuff like that. So it really wasn't a movie more than just like Eric said, a collage of dash cam clips, just a lot of crazy shit. One guy pulled out a gun, just started shooting at random. So it's just a crazy movie. I hesitate to give it a really great score, but I mean, I found it, I couldn't, it was like a train wreck, literally. You really could not look away from it. I give it a 7 out of 10. Check it out. It's called Road Movie. If you get a chance, check it out. It's just a bunch of dash cam footage put together, but it's worth checking out for sure. Next movie, Deep Blue Sea 3. It's not terrible, I will say that. The beginning,
It's not good when you sigh before you say.
It's because I
not
don't
terrible,
know.
but
I
really close.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's better than the second one, and the second one was bad. But it had some good, decent ideas, and it felt kind of flat. It basically, research team is on this like abandoned man-made island where there's only like 2 people left out of 800, and they're doing some research on some sharks and stuff like that. And I don't know if it follows the events of Deep Blue Sea 2 to the T, but basically there were 3 sharks that got loose in part 2 that this team needed to track down. So it's basically the meeting of those 2 teams, and it's a little convoluted, and the pacing's not the greatest, but I will say it has its merits, and the acting at first I thought was pretty terrible, but ended up not being the worst I've ever seen. So I mean, it's slightly above average. I give it a 5.5 out of 10. It's worth a rental at the Redbox, so don't spend much more money than that. If you like a good, ocean kind of action-y shark movie, then, this will be up your alley. So it's not terrible, not great. So, I don't know what to say other than check it out for yourself. Let me know what you think at RPGrinders. We would love your feedback on that type of stuff. The last movie I want to talk about is called The Wretched. The Wretched takes the best horror elements of a lot of movies and puts them into one fantastic movie. This is a horror movie, and it's got elements of Fright Night. It's got elements of, I mean, what doesn't it have elements of? It's basically revolves around Sixth Sense. It has elements of The Shining at points. So many good movies wrapped up into this movie, man. But it has its own unique style. It's basically about a kid, a teenager, that's staying with his dad after, I believe, a divorce, out in the country, kind of oceany type setting, and he discovers something. I don't want to ruin it because it's a great movie. It's a good horror movie with a lot of elements that are very surprising, and I just don't know how to describe it without giving anything away. I want people to watch this movie. This is an excellent horror movie. This is the way horror movies should be done. And you guys should check it out. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. The only problem I have, it's not like a super scary movie, but there there are elements that are creepy. There are elements that make you think. But the execution at times, there were pacing issues here and there that were a little questionable, but there's not much not to like about this movie. Go check it out, especially if you're a horror fan. The Wretched is an excellent scary movie. So 9.5 out of 10. Definitely check it out. Sharks on a Plane, Sharkpire, The Masquerade. Can you imagine that? Like, how in the hell would you have a vampire shark?
Sharknado got on the plane. That's what
like I could see like I think even in D&D there are like were sharks, but like a sharkpire, like a vampire shark, really. But yeah, check out The Wretched. It's a great movie. I rented it from the Redbox. You will not be disappointed.
Like a Lovecraftian monster?
More like there is a monster element to it, and the monster's more like a demon, like a ghost demon. I don't even know how to explain it. It would be kind of doing it a disservice. You just got to check it out, Eric. It's a great movie. You can get it at the Redbox. Check it out. All right, Eric, you're up with your reviews.
All right. I've got. Let's see. Do you want the Blasphemous stuff first?
Yeah, let's do the Blasphemous first.
The DLC. I talked a little bit about this before, but like there was a bunch of quality of life updates along with the new content. It lets you teleport to different locations using the save points if you put enough money into the offertory box, which is in the church in the Albero town. But you apparently can't do it until after you come back from the peaks because the door to the church isn't open until then for some reason. But so it's not too far into the game. And that's actually probably a place you want to go to first because you can get locked out of the side quests and falling in at the sea because it's bugged still. Or at least it was when I originally put the game. I think they might have fixed it at this point. But anyways, this DLC starts really early, and then it unlocks a couple more areas where the specific NPC shows up, and then you can ask them to summon the thing that lets you go into like a weird pocket dimension that lets you fight a boss, and there's like 5 of these bosses you can fight, and you can pick up some nifty little accessories for doing so. And if you need a Tears of Atonement, but chances are you don't because you're playing on a New Game Plus and you probably level up everything by that point. So the only thing money is really good for is to give money to the inventory box so you can get more stuff, and to pay for filling up Bile Flask, which are your Estus Flask type of things in the game. But the bosses were challenging, and New Game Plus wasn't too hard other than the fact that enemies hit you a lot harder, so you just gotta be more careful and learn to block a lot more. And you really gotta learn their patterns, otherwise you'll get punished.
Blasphemous is a punishing game to begin with, man. It's pretty tough.
Yeah, but I think New Game gives you a lot more leeway to like take damage, and you could brute force it a lot more. But so it was fun having you really relearn how to play this game properly to actually fight the bosses. It makes you feel like you've mastered the game a little bit because the game kind of didn't force you to before. But so that's that. I'll give the DLC a 9. Other than that, I've got to review Streets of Rage 4, which feels far more like a fan game with Streets of Rage thrown out, which isn't a problem, but it didn't stick to the traditional 2D art, sprite art. So it went with hand-drawn art, which is fine because Lizard Cube's got a great team, and they know how to animate their cells or whatever they're using for the game. And
The only problem with the game is I think it might have stuck a little too close to the Streets of Rage 2 formula because it's missing some of the more welcome additions, quality of life additions that existed in 3 even with 3's difficulty balance as usually in the North American release. But because like stuff like doing a dodge to the up or down planes to get out of the way of an attack, or just being able to run in the first place was great in that game. 2 characters could do dashes, and one of them basically just does a Bloodborne style hop, and that's Adam. And speaking of Adam, he's the only unlockable character other than the Streets of Rage 1 characters that you get from reaching score plateaus.
Okay.
But other than that, it's a decent game. I think the game could have used the voice acting during the cutscenes because they're all automated, and it's supposed to be kind of like an interactive comic book style. But like, if you have trouble reading fast, you might not catch everything that's going on, and the cutscenes are short, so the plot might be lost on you in somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
But at least they made the font like legible in most instances. Like I think they made good use of color so that you could always see the text at all times. But it would have helped with accessibility if they had voice. Hopefully there'll be future updates and you'll be able to get other unlockable characters, because I'd like to see those. No, because like something other than the Streets of Rage 1 through 3 sprite versions of the pre-existing characters, as well as modern character models for the characters that show up in the game, like Shiva. Like Shiva should have been a playable character in both fashions, but not present yet.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a good game. You can beat it in about an hour and a half, depending on the difficulty setting and how long you have to restart a level. But I'm going to give it also a 9.
Okay, sweet. So that's 2 9s. So there you go. Anything else that you reviewed, Eric?
Those are my only reviews.
Okay. All right, let's move on to everybody's favorite segment.
Ah, what is it?
Stinko of the week.
All right, Breakman, your Stinko of the week.
Well, I know we talked about it a little bit last week, and I think probably the week before, but what's going on now is completely unprecedented in time in America. When the President of the United States and his loyal toadies are actively doing everything they can to make the election, to make it harder for the American people to vote, to the point they're removing mailboxes.
Yeah.
In some states, and they've what's going on at the post office with cutting off the overtime and getting rid of machines that sort. Just this complete open rigging of our voting system.
Yeah. This isn't new though, Breakman. This is not. I mean, the post office has been under assault for probably 25 years.
Right, but we've talked about like a little bit of that and stuff like that. But right now, like what is going on right now is far worse than it's ever been. I mean, when they're going into cities and removing post office boxes so people can't mail shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, no.
This election rigging is insane.
And you know what? The Democrats aren't doing a fucking thing about nothing.
I know they aren't.
Breakman. So, I mean, you got the spineless Dems, and you have the active fascist in the Republican Party. You know what I mean? Like, there's no other way to put it. It just... It's ridiculous, and you are absolutely correct. The Republicans are propagating it, but the Dems are doing nothing but sitting on their fucking hands, and they're despicable. They're all despicable, Breakman. But I'll get to more despicableness in a minute.
I can't believe this is where we're going in America. That it's gotten this bad.
Yeah.
Or like the president of the United States openly admits that he is doing everything he can to make sure people can't vote by mail.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he just got his vote by mail ballots.
Yeah. Well, look, we've talked about this before. Break. Trump is a symptom of the problem. He's not
Right.
the problem, and that's the main issue here. You know, that's the issue at hand, and nobody wants to realize
The
it.
system itself isn't gonna change anytime soon unless American people really just
Right. Right. Unless
You know,
and it's getting to that breaking point, Eric. Like I know, like myself, like I voted for. Oh God, I don't even want to say this, but I voted for Hillary. I voted for Hillary. Right. Very
That's all right.
reluctantly.
I voted for Bush. So
Yeah.
I voted for Bush
everybody-
twice.
Yeah.
I didn't make that mistake.
No, look. Here's the thing. Like but I'm at the point where if enough people like me, just get sick of it, eventually there will be change. Breakman. It just what's the
Yeah.
breaking point? Like I'm sick of picking the lesser of two evils. Joe Biden's a
No,
fucking
I get that. Like, yeah, Biden,
Actually, wait. I don't know if it was twice. Like I was able to vote in
yeah.
2003.
I almost
So-
think that Biden is
Before.
worse than Trump, Breakman, because he, for 40 years, has advocated for cutting Social Security, which is the only thing that's keeping the American public going. You know what I mean? Like that's what we have to look forward to when we retire.
Look, I'm not defending Biden at all. I've
Yeah.
said that many times. Like everybody I've talked to who is voting for Biden,
Yeah.
except for on Twitter, you know, obviously they're the Twitter is the most partisan platform ever right now. You know, just the people that hate the left and the people that hate the right.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like Hillary won the popular vote, but
Yeah.
Trump won the electoral vote because the electorates didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Now I think we're all done with Trump, so the electorates are probably going to vote for Biden
Yeah.
this time.
And be careful what you wish for, because, like I said,
Yeah.
Biden's trash. I mean, he's an accused sexual assaulter.
Yep.
He's a creepy old man that likes to touch girls and sniff their hair and all this. But before you get on to more of your stinkos, Breakman, I want to get in Freak Fives. Can you take care of that, please? Freak Fives stinko. He says, I want to get to where was it? He said, a longtime friend's father passed away on Sunday. He was a paratrooper in World War II. That's definitely a stinko, Freak 5. Monday, there was a storm in Iowa that was basically a hurricane. Over 100,000 without power. I didn't even know that, Freak 5. That's really terrible. Some still without power. We got power back on Wednesday night, but no internet in our house. Jesus Christ, that sucks. I made my phone a hotspot last night so I could play Friday the 13th. Last stinko, on Sunday, a black man walked across the street from his home and shot a 5-year-old white boy. The right-wingers are bitching that there isn't any outrage. The murderer was arrested the same day. There's no outrage because he's going to be punished for his crime. Yep, as he should be. And, yeah. But the right will use any excuse, Freak 5. Okay, Breakman, what else you got? Sorry.
Yeah, they really will use any excuse. Both sides do it. Like, I bitched about it all the time with Obama. Every time he did his executive order, I'm like, listen, you people who are supporting him now don't understand that the next guy is going to take what was given to him and expand upon it.
Mhm.
And, you know, exactly what Trump's done.
This is exactly why I lost my friendship with Rob, because I tried to point it out and he didn't want to have it. And I was like, okay, if you're going to be like that, then I don't even want to bother writing for you. And I talked to somebody else on Twitter, and then since he followed me, he saw it, and then that's what he decided to block me, because I called him a shitty liberal, because he was being shitty.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
don't threaten to block me over calling you out on your nonsense.
yeah, exactly. But you know, neolibs got a neolib, Eric. That's just the way things are, and neoconservatives got a neoconservative. That's how I put it. Like, until we get a People's Party.
I acted the way I did because I thought this person was my friend, and clearly he didn't feel the same way.
The internet internet friends are very, very fragile, man. Like the only two people that I can.
I know. Fuck you, Frank. I'm out.
Fine, I'm walking off this show. No.
You don't
I
seem like a
quit.
rando on the internet when you've known me for like about 10 years.
Yeah, see, look, like there's only two people. I've mentioned this before. There are certain people like I've been over backwards for, and I've gotten shit on over and over, and there's certain people that I've just like you two are my true friends. I would consider you friends. Like I know we don't hang out. We're on the other side of the country, et cetera. But as friends go, you guys have never done me wrong. So that's why things are as good as they are with us, because that's just how it goes. I don't know. It's just stuff to think about, like with online shit, But I'm sorry, Breakman. We've interrupted you too much.
No, it's fine. I've completely lost what we were talking about anyway.
Your stinkos, man.
Oh, right, stinkos. No, it's just the Trump and all of his horse shit this week, and his executive orders that he's going to I forgot what I was going to do. It's going to directly affect Social Security, for instance.
Yeah.
Like, the things that he normally wouldn't have power to do, but because Congress has given power over to the president year after year after year, not just Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton, all of them. The Congress has ceded more and more power to one man.
Yeah.
For way too long, and it's taking power away from the people. But then, at the same time, most of our congressional people are fucking crooked as shit.
Speaking of Congress, I might as well do mine.
None of them represent us.
Yeah, I might as well do mine real quick, Breakman, and then I'll get to you, Eric. Congress recessing. I know you had that in yours, Eric, but I wanted to mention it. It's kind of shitty. We got people that are being evicted as we are speaking. Sorry, hang on one sec.
Which is a problem in itself, but
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on.
There is some sort of crisis that's going on, and I mean, our congressman breaks than most anybody as far as like vacation
it's like
time.
Trump taking a golf break.
Yeah.
I mean, and Trump is another one with his the years that Obama was president, he bitched about everything that Obama did, and he's repeated everything, or done worse. For instance, like he bitched about Obama playing golf. He has now, in 4 years, outplayed Obama in 8.
Yeah.
Or it's around that. But still, it's a ridiculous amount of golf he's played. But and he bitches about mail-in voting, but then he votes by mail.
Yeah, I know. He does a lot of projection, Breakman. And anything that he does wrong, he outwardly expresses. And it's
I can't believe what he said this week. Like, he said, I am not going to fund the post office because I don't want mail-in voting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane.
Yeah, it's sad.
Insane.
It's sad because it doesn't affect like a person, like anybody that's rich. It doesn't affect Breakman because they can afford to spend $10 to send a simple letter via FedEx or whatever, UPS and it's gonna affect all of us. When we're having to go to FedEx to beg to send a letter for $4, $5, $10, and instead of just buying a 50-cent stamp.
I don't know about you guys, but my parents get all their medicine through the mail.
Yep. Oh, that's gonna change drastically too. My parents do too, and oof, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to think about my dad not getting his heart medicine on time.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Overpriced medicine because Medicare is fucked up.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like in the middle of the pandemic, like. I talked about Bernie Sanders.
$300. Yeah.
I talked about Bernie Sanders not because of the man himself, even though he has a solid track record of 40 years of fighting for the right things. The one thing Eric, hang on. Eric, just let me finish. You want go ahead. You want to finish, Eric? Did I interrupt you?
Sorry.
No, I want to finish. I wasn't interrupted at all.
Mr. Awesome.
Okay. Look, here's the thing. Like it's not about Bernie, right? It's about his ideas. And the big one was Medicare for all. Like, we shouldn't have to worry about, like, Breakman, your dad should never have to worry about paying for one iota of medicine. Neither should any citizen in this country, like, at all. Like, if I get sick, I should be able to go to the doctor, but I can't. You know why, Breakman? Because the last time I went to the hospital, they charged me $1,000 for less than 10 minutes. And there's no way I can afford that. You know, so there's a huge problem. There's a huge, you know, and people will say, well, you're not working and all this. What difference does it make if a person is working or not working? If you're in this country, you deserve health care because you're a human being, you know. And there are times when people, like, look, right now, in the middle of the pandemic, people are being kicked off of their health insurance and with no way of getting health care. So why is this such a radical idea to take...
And no signs of us being out of this pandemic anytime soon.
Right. There's no... We will have lost 300,000 people by the end of the year, Breakman.
I saw that estimate. That's like...
That's insane. That's like 3 times of what an average flu takes.
And the president of the United States is more worried about people voting by mail than anything else. When you ask him about the people that have died so far, he says it is what it is.
Yeah. Like I said, Break, he's a symptom of the problem. He's not the problem.
You turn on things like Fox News, and Tucker Carlson talks about like the low percentage of people that have died. Like, he's balled everybody up to, like, these 160,000 people are dead, and he's made it, like, it's only, like, 1%, you know, something like that.
Yeah,
like,
Freak 5 says...
boiled it down to, like, just one tiny number.
Yeah,
all these lives lost, all the families affected.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily.
Although I did see that his brother's in a heap of trouble. I wonder if it's COVID-related, and I wonder if that might jar things in his pea-brain.
They're gonna fake that. If he has COVID, there's no way we'll ever find out.
Right.
They'll hide that shit.
But maybe it'll flip a switch in his mind. You never know, man. He flip-flops all the time.
Speaking of which, I hope Alex Jones gets COVID.
Oh God, that guy's.
What I've heard about him and his family, like when his dad died, he went to go see a movie or play golf or something like that. Same
Doesn't
thing when his
surprise
brother
me.
died. Like, he just. In the way they were raised as a family, they were raised competitive.
Yeah.
So he looked at his like siblings as his enemies, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the atmosphere that Fred Trump created.
Yeah.
Trump was created by Fred Trump, and the system gave us President Trump.
Yep. Okay, real quickly here, Freak 5 says, I wonder how this will affect our military overseas. Don't they vote by mail too? Exactly. So, I mean, ask them. The military is going to be the last stand. If Trump doesn't want to get out of office, he's not going to. And it's going to be up to the military. The military is going to be the last bastion of democracy, and whether or not we're a fascist country going forward.
I mean, he's already said he doesn't trust the election results. Like,
right.
Hey, we don't even. The election isn't until November. You know, we still got a couple, 2.5 months, and he's like, I don't trust the results already.
Right.
Like, so even if he gets killed in a landslide, he's not going to go out of office because he's going to say this is rigged, and you know the Russians hacked it and stuff. Even though we know the Russians have been hacking for him for 4 years now. That's
another thing. That's such a minor part of everything. Like, people are into this RussiaGate thing, Breakman, and it's like, this isn't new. You know, we fuck with their elections all the time.
I don't think it's as minor as you say it is, but it isn't new. You're right. This has been going on for a long time.
No, it doesn't. It has. Russia has had zero impact on who we've had in office. It's not a thing. Like, it's not a thing, man. This is perpetuated by MSNBC and CNN, and you know.
See, the thing is, Russian propaganda is being repropagated by the right wing. I mean, it's been doing that for years now. They've been reposting like conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory, and they've been leaning close to sites like OAN.
Yeah, that's a different issue. That's propaganda, Breakman, and we could go into a whole.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a lot of that is Russian influence.
Yeah, I mean,
so like Russia is a lot more influence in this country than you think.
It's to me. I mean, it's negligible, Breakman. Like, we could talk about this later. I mean, we
But
don't
then
have
at the
time.
same time, you could be right because a lot of those people would just look for something else.
Right.
Like they,
Right.
a lot of these people are already brainwashed into the right versus left.
Right.
Like,
Right.
the libs are evil, you know.
Right, or the
And-
conservatives are evil or whatever, you know. It just, I mean, there's propaganda that happens all the time. The United States does it all the time.
We've done it to other countries for so
Yep.
fucking long.
Yep.
It's,
Yep.
Like, yeah, I'm not arguing with that at
No,
all. But I'm
no,
just saying, like,
there's no argument, Breakman. Like, I think we're on the same page, man.
I'm
it's
so frustrated with everything.
yeah. No, I agree with you, man. Okay, and then the other thing I got real quickly is I got a really bad summer cold. I don't know if you guys are able to kind of gather from my voice, but
I've noticed that. I didn't want to bring it up. I figured it would be your stinko.
yeah, it's not COVID for sure. So, you know, that's the one good thing, but you know, it still is a shitty cold. All right, Eric, real quickly, you got. I know I already went over the Congress one, but what?
Yeah,
what
I'll just fuck them, but
Yeah.
also fuck Epic, Apple, and Google because
yeah,
Epic is all but hurt that Apple and Google have banned Fortnite from their stores
yeah. Well, they did
on the
some.
mobile side.
Yeah, I see Apple's point of view. I see Google's point of view because Epic decided to like get money behind Apple's
Yeah,
back.
but Apple also kind of has a monopoly, and they overcharge like 30%, like 30% of
Right.
the cut.
30% is way too much, and I think that's stuff that Congress should look at, and breaking up big companies like Apple and Google and Epic and all that stuff is
Also, but back to fucking Epic again because they quoted 1984 and were like, "Oh, they're tyranny." Oh.
yeah, I know. That's so stupid. We got Black Lives Matter going on and cops beating the shit out of
This is
people
a
and killing people.
game in which part of the story, the plot of Rise of the Skywalker was revealed in a game and not the movie itself about the Emperor returning.
Yeah.
And you could also play as John Wick. Fuck this game.
Yeah. Freak5 says, I listen to a lot of lit RPG and a lot of it is written by Russians, and I noticed that the different authors' description of Americans is the same way Republicans describe Democrats. Yeah, yeah. So Epic was mocking the 1984 commercial
Yeah,
that
but
Apple
they
did.
also quoted 1984 the book, so
Yeah.
fuck both of those counts.
Yeah, there was a reference to both of those, but yeah, I get you, Dungeon, for sure. Okay. And also I dig the apple with the worm coming out. I thought that was kind of funny too, but whatever. Real quickly, Sweetos, I might as well do mine. Finally beaten DQ11's mine. Eric, I didn't see any new ones on yours. Breakman, your Sweeto.
Mine goes to the reporter who asked Trump if he regrets any of the lies he's told.
That was pretty epic, man.
Wait, is that why he had nightmares back a while ago? Where
Yeah.
you just get up at like 2 in the morning or whatever, screaming.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else on that break? I mean, that's
No, I mean that was it was great, and then Trump like tried to pretend like he couldn't hear him, and he made sure that he understood. Like,
yeah,
the
yeah.
lies you told, yeah, you.
Right, you
Buddy.
exactly. Okay, let's move on to.
It's a free for all. Little baby. Yeah, it's a free for all. Wow. Suck it.
Oh boy.
Since you're waiting for something real quick, there was a tweet I wanted to read.
Okay.
It was in reference to about a book or something like that, but the tweet's really quick. It's and this is from a Trump supporter.
The screen seems to be flashing, by the way.
Not anymore, man. It's okay. Yeah.
So the tweet goes, I love Triggered by Donald Trump Jr.'s book, obviously.
Mhm.
The best book I've read in a lot by time.
A lot by time.
The best book I've read in a lot by time, yes.
In a lot by time. Freak5 says one Sweeto, my mom being a prepper finally paid off. While we had no internet, we stayed at her house because she has a gas generator. That's actually really cool, man. Sorry
I want
about
a generator.
yeah.
I
Smooth
want my own
generator.
bunker because
How does an apartment like me get a generator though?
Yeah, I know. You can't really do it in an apartment, man. Smooth.
Like I want my own bomb shelter, like huge, like I want it like those.
I could switch to solar and just store solar energy, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the ones they have in movies where it's got like pools and jacuzzis and shit like that. It's got an arcade.
Yeah, that'd be sweet, man.
It's 40 feet below ground, so nothing can hurt it. You know, 100 feet below ground. Yeah.
Or it's like Lost, where they're using geothermal energy.
Yep. Okay, free for all, guys. We got to get through this because we don't got a lot of time. But we're down to 32 games, N64 games. We're gonna whittle them down to 16 for next week. Let's get right into it. What do you guys say?
Sure.
All
Let's
right.
do this.
The first match: Kirby 64 versus WWF No Mercy. I'll go with you, Breakman.
WWF No Mercy.
Okay, Eric, your choice.
Kirby. I'm not a big wrestling fan.
Okay, WWF No Mercy was the good one on N64. It's a great game. I'm going with WWF.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Barely, because I did like Kirby 64. But yes, WWF No Mercy is a great game. All right, next matchup. Excitebike.
My biggest problem with WWF was that it felt too slow for me.
My biggest problem with WWF was it wasn't WCW.
Yeah, that's true too. Well, you should watch it.
I was always a bigger WCW fan, so I would prefer to.
Breakman, you would love.
I was upset when the license changed, but WWF No Mercy is probably my favorite wrestling.
Yeah, Breakman, you got to check out AEW, man. It's good shit, man, for sure. Okay, Excitebike 64 versus Diddy Kong Racing. I'll start with you, Eric.
Excitebike.
All right, Breakman.
I am actually going to go with the game Eric hates, Diddy Kong Racing.
Ooh, it's pretty tough.
The flying in there. I thought it was like Mario Kart, but with flying levels and shit. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you too. Sorry, Eric, I have to go against your wishes again. I'm gonna go with Diddy.
I hated that game. I felt like I got lost in it too much.
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
that could happen. I'm not saying it was the best racing
No,
game. I'm just saying compared to, comparatively speaking.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, it barely has anything to do with Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
He's just a character along with a bunch of other generic characters.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the same way with Mario Kart. I mean,
yeah, but
Mario's just one character.
There's no official connection to the Donkey Kong Country. It was originally supposed to be like generic animals racing the game.
Yeah.
Oh, that is right. I do remember that.
Freak5 says, my wife rented the Sonic movie last night. I liked it. I did too, Freak5. I thought it was a really good movie, actually, for a video game adaptation as they go. Okay, next matchups. This is a really good one. I'm going to go first on this one. Star Fox 64 versus Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. Now, I've talked about this before.
What you're gonna say.
Turok 2 is an underrated video game. I'm picking Turok 2, and I know that's blasphemous, but I'm picking Turok 2.
Star Fox.
Star Fox for Eric, you Breakman.
You know what? I like Turok 2. I really do, but I like Star Fox.
What is this?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm
Okay.
knocking off. Everybody's gonna
Wait, did you not let me finish? Did
Yeah,
you not hear what
he
I said
picked Star
before you
Fox.
walked off, Eric? I picked Star Fox.
You can't use my line, Eric. How dare
well,
you?
he was getting mad and but he didn't listen to
All
what I
right,
said.
Star Fox survives by the skin of its teeth, man. You guys are wrong. I think Turok 2 is a highly underrated game, but
You
whatever.
could beat a tank in Star Fox.
Yeah, I know. It's Star Fox is a great game. I don't have too much of an issue.
It has
Okay,
better frame rate. It's a better game.
how dare you? Okay, F-Zero X versus Mario Party. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with you, Breakman. What are you picking?
I'm gonna go with Mario Party. I had a lot of fun. That was something that I
Okay.
could play with anybody really. My mom would play that game sometimes, you know.
I had a lot of fun with F-Zero too. I do like Mario Party. This isn't the best Mario Party entry. I'm gonna go with F-Zero. Eric, what do you say?
F-Zero.
Oh, F-Zero first kind of upset of the day.
I don't think that's an upset. I mean, a lot F-Zero.
Hell no, freak. Diddy Kong Racing is worse than Dragon Quest 8.
Oh, how dare you, Freak5, you son of a bitch. All right, next matchup, Super Smash Brothers versus NFL Blitz 2000. I'll go with Eric.
I never really played Blitz, so I have to go with Smash Brothers.
All right, Breakman.
This is a hard one.
Yeah.
These are both fun games.
Yes, they are.
I think this would be a more fun game for me to watch than play.
They're both fun to play.
I need to think about this one.
Just like Mario Party is a more fun game to watch other people play.
I'm gonna go with Super Smash Brothers. I like both of these games a lot, but I think like Smash Brothers really started a franchise.
Yeah, I'm in agreement, man. NFL Blitz was such a fun game, though, man.
Yeah, it was. Like it's like piling on after you tackle somebody and just showboating when you're running the ball and nobody can catch it.
Yeah.
Nobody can catch it, shit like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, next matchup: Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 versus Jet Force Gemini.
You're breaking out a little bit. What'd you say?
I said Super Smash Brothers. I'm sorry, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 or Jet Force Gemini.
To me first?
Yeah, Breakman, go for it.
Okay, well, I hate Jet Force Gemini, so the other one, whatever else it is.
Tony Hawk, okay.
I'm gonna vote for Tony Hawk just because I don't have too much experience with Jet Force. I mean, I liked it, but I still don't have a lot of experience with it.
Okay.
And like, even though this version of Tony Hawk Pro Skater is a version I haven't played, I did play like a mini version of it in Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Which I liked.
I would say Jet Force Gemini, but I'm overruled on this one, which is okay. That's why we do this. All right, next matchup: 007, The World Is Not Enough versus Pokemon Puzzle League. I'm gonna go first. I think 007, The World Is Not Enough is another underrated game. I'm picking 007. Let's go with you, Eric.
Pokemon Puzzle League.
All right, that leaves it up to Breakman, 007 or Pokemon.
I really hate picking Pokemon over a Bond game, but that everything after GoldenEye was just kind of really weak for a while. Like The World Ends With You and what was the other one?
Or The World's Not Enough.
World's Not Enough.
And Agent Under Fire was the other one, I think, and there might have been one more after that.
Agent Under Fire happened like later. I'm talking about the N64 games.
Yeah, no, this is like
there's like one more.
I know, but I'm talking about the 3 N64 games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
based on
this game is I like 007 World Is Not Enough. I thought it was underrated for sure, but
you know what? I'm gonna go with that then.
Oh.
Since you like it so much, I'm gonna side with you.
Yeah, I mean it's not like world ending or anything, but
yeah, but I mean Puzzle League is a great game, but it's got the Pokemon thing on it, I guess.
All
Now,
right.
if you had a different skin on it, I'd like it more. But the game itself is a lot of fun.
There was a Mickey version of it that came out like later, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Next matchup.
I'm thinking not as Kitty, maybe I don't know, like regular blocks like Tetris.
Yeah.
Would be fine.
Okay. Next
Or
matchup.
Panel de Pon, which the game is based on.
Yep. All right, guys. Next matchup: Ogre Battle 64 versus Star Wars. I believe it's Episode 1 Racer.
Ogre Battle.
Ooh. Okay. What say?
We need RPG representation somewhere here.
What say you, Breakman?
Like I said last week, I have a rule that unless it comes up to 2 games I never played. If I never played the game, which in this case Ogre Battle 64, which I regret, I never ever had a chance. I regret not playing it. I have to pick the other game.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But I don't feel bad about it because Racer is a very popular game. It was a fun racing game.
Yeah, I think I'm in agreement.
Racer was better than the arcade anyway.
Ogre Battle's fun, but Star Wars Racer is definitely a lot of fun. I'm going with Star Wars as well. All right, here's a matchup right here, guys. Ocarina of Time versus Perfect Dark. I'll start with you, Breakman.
Oh shit!
That's
These
a
are
good one,
games.
man.
Yeah. Oh man, I like both of these games.
Yeah. There can be only one.
I know. Perfect Dark kind of worked off of 007. If that game never happened, we wouldn't have had.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have had Perfect Dark, but
It's stacked
about-
with options, though.
I don't think there was anything really like Ocarina of Time before Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina is also responsible for many auto lock camera feature.
Oh my god, it does have the most annoying character in the history of video games. Hey! Over here!
That you don't have to actually listen to. I like that Ocarina of Time, so I'm going with
Breakman, I
Ocarina.
love that impression, man. That's awesome right there, man. What are you picking, Breakman?
Because that little fucking piece of shit, I'm picking Perfect Dark.
Oh, okay. So it's up to me. Eric, what are you picking?
Ocarina.
Oh, this is a tough one for me, but Breakman, I'm sorry, dude. Ocarina of Time is an all-time great game. I can't deny it, dude. It's
Perfect Dark has one of my absolute favorite weapons, though. The laptop gun.
oh yeah.
It was you can use it like a regular like machine gun, but you can place it down as a turret too.
Yep.
I love that thing.
Yep. All right, hang on, guys.
I kind of resented Perfect Dark for featuring a Roswell Gray in it, though, for no reason.
Sorry, guys.
What are we waiting for?
Yeah, sorry. The audio went funky again, but let me just make sure everything's cool here. Okay.
I mean, like I said before, there was nothing really like Ocarina of Time before Ocarina of Time, so I'm not mad that it won because I like that game a lot.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time's a great game, man. It was, I mean, though Perfect Dark, though, man, Jesus Christ. If you look on the all-time greats on Metacritic, Perfect Dark is
Don't play Perfect Dark Zero.
Yeah.
You'll be disappointed.
Okay, here's another Titanic matchup, guys. GoldenEye 007 versus Majora's Mask. I'm gonna start with you, Eric.
Majora.
Okay, what about you, Breakman?
Oh, GoldenEye! My God, that was the best game on the system for me. Had so much fun playing that game with my friends.
Yeah,
So that was one of those games where the screen looking was just it was war. Don't look at my screen. Well, I can't help it. It's right there.
I'm with you, man. I'm picking GoldenEye 007. That is an all-time game, great. As is Majora's Mask. Taking nothing away from Majora's Mask, it's a great game. But I mean, if we didn't pick GoldenEye, then it would be Ocarina of Time versus Majora's Mask, man. So let's avoid that matchup for now. All right, Super Mario 64 versus Paper Mario. I'm gonna go first on this one. Oh boy, this is another matchup of Titanic games.
Paper Mario for me.
I'm picking Super Mario 64, Eric. I like Paper Mario, but very rudimentary to what the series has become. But without Paper Mario, there would be no, modern Paper Marios. But I'm gonna go with Super Mario 64 just because it was kind of groundbreaking, kind of taking Mario into the 3D world, and it was a good game. So I'm picking that. What are you picking, Breakman? You're the tiebreaker.
I have a lot of frustrations with that game that I think Mario Sunshine fixed for the most part.
Yeah.
Well, some people would disagree and they say Sunshine's the worst game.
Those people are wrong. They should be publicly executed.
It's got difficulty balance issues, but it is still fun.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic game, and those who don't like it should be publicly executed.
The best thing about for Sunshine is just how freaking weird it is.
Yeah. So what are you picking?
Voice
Breakman?
acting, that's not great, but it's there.
Yeah. What are you picking, Break?
It was upbeat and happy, and like you can get sunglasses for Mario and shit like that.
Yeah.
I love Sunshine.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about Sunshine. We're talking about 64, which, like I said, I had a lot of problems with. But it was a groundbreaking game. Groundbreaking game.
Ground burger.
Yeah,
it's a ground burger game. I mean, not to say that.
Now, what if they made a Burger Time game but with Mario?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I'd play that.
So,
I like Burger Time. So yeah, Mario 64.
all right. Oof. Man, Paper Mario, Super Mario. Okay, so Super Mario moves on. Let me mark that down. Super Mario 64. All right, so here's the next matchup. Dr. Mario 64 versus Mickey Speedway USA. I'm going to go first on this one. I think Mickey Speedway is a criminally underrated game on the Nintendo 64.
Better than Mario Kart.
It is better than Mario Kart. I'm picking Mickey Speedway. I do like Dr. Mario 64, but I think Mickey Speedway's...
there are better versions of Dr. Mario, though. So.
Yeah. Mickey Speedway's an underrated game. What say you, Breakman?
I never played Mickey Speedway, so...
All right, so you're picking Mario. So you're the tiebreaker, Eric.
Mickey.
All right, Mickey in an upset moves on. Mickey's Speedway.
Hey Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey Mickey.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fun game.
Ricky, you're so fine. You're so.
Oh
weird
boy.
version. I love that one.
All right, next
When
matchup
he's,
here.
when he's singing like her. It's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Freak5 says, too bad Dr. Mario wasn't a gynecologist. I would have played the hell out of that game. That is
Jesus
true.
Christ, Freak.
Bernie picked Mario 64. Sorry, Bernie, you're overruled.
He works on so Peach is like instead of a bottle, you got a like Peach like laying down with her dress up or something.
Oh man, you guys should have seen what I seen on Twitter. I think yesterday or earlier today, like porn wrestling. It was like anime porn wrestling. I don't even know what the hell it was.
I thought you were talking about like that. Like there's like a wrestling. Like there is like wrestling porn, like
Really?
fighting porn and stuff like
Wow.
that.
I've
Yeah.
seen it.
Yeah, I've never seen it. All right, here we go. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Speaking of foul-mouthed stuff, versus Duke Nukem 64. I'm gonna start with you, Breakman.
Oh wow. It does not hold up today.
None of
Conker's
these
Bad Fur
games.
Day.
Yeah,
Well, neither of them does, but
yeah.
I think
I know that's
both
true. A
are
lot
better.
of these games don't. I mean, like GoldenEye was a fantastic game, but it's unplayable now. Like
Yeah,
the one stick
yeah.
thing.
Well,
like, I can do.
Well, Duke doesn't hold up just because, well, that whole shtick is not held up.
Yeah.
What were my
But I'd
games?
sooner play Duke Nukem than Conquer, so...
You know what? Conker had a pretty fun remake as far as like a multiplayer, the multiplayer in it.
Yeah.
When they remade the game, the story sucks still on the original, but the multiplayer was kind of fun. You know, versus the teddy bears and shit.
Mhm.
But that's not this one. I guess I'm gonna pick Conker. Begrudgingly.
So I have to be the tiebreaker again.
Yeah.
This is tough for me. I like them both okay. Shit, I'll go with Duke Nukem. You know, all out of bubblegum. You know, I mean, come on, you
That's
can't
true.
go wrong with that. So
Yeah, his quotes were definitely funny. I loved all the
yeah,
I like him just
basically
as
he
a voice
quoted
actor.
Ash most of the time.
yeah. Okay, here's a matchup: Mario Golf versus Quake. I'll go first on this. I think Mario Golf is a great game on the 64. One of my favorites. I'm going to go with Mario Golf. I might be in the minority here.
I'll vote for
Wyland says Quake. So, there you go. What are you doing, Eric?
Quake.
Quake? What are you doing? Break?
I'm actually doing Quake as well.
All right. Quake.
Even though Mario Golf is a great game.
Two schmucks against each other.
Yeah.
I had so much fun taunting friends with, hey. You know, stuff like
Yeah. Yeah, Quake was a
Especially,
great game, man.
I
It's
tried
a...
to be Wario as much as possible so I could go.
Was BMX Triple X on the N64? Nope, that was the GameCube Freak 5. Okay. Which is really odd that BMX Triple X was on the GameCube of all
Terrible
systems.
game.
Yeah, it's a terrible game. I used to have it. It was just basically strippers is what they should have called that game. All right, Mario Party 3 versus Blast Corps. I'm going to go first. I'm picking Mario Party 3. I think there was significant upgrades on that game. Blast Corps, ton of fun, but, you know. All right, Eric, what are you picking?
Blast Corps is fun, but it has a limited appeal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with, as much as I like Blast Corps, I'm gonna go with Mario Party.
You, Breakman?
I think I'm going to go ahead and make that unanimous.
All right, the first unanimous one of today, I think. Mario Party 3 moves on. All right. And the last matchup for this week, guys, Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine versus Beetle Adventure Racing, which is another criminally underrated racer on the N64. What say you, Breakman?
You know, I come to think of it, I think I did. I said last week I didn't play Beetle Adventure Racing, but you know, I think actually I did.
Uh-huh.
Now that I remember, I did play it.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go with Beetle Adventure Racing.
Ooh, that's kind of an upset. All right, Eric, what are you picking?
Racing.
I'm in agreement. So Beetle Racing moves on. So that's it for this week, guys. Beetle Adventure Racing. Let me mark this down. Boom. So we are
next
down.
week's all of it.
No,
Yes.
it'll be the week after, Eric. Next week we'll get down to 8, and then the following week we'll do all the championship rounds, and finally get. Freak Five said he loved BMX Triple X. I didn't think it was as bad as what people said, Freak Five, but mostly it was just so you could see the strippers in the game. So here's
Yeah, well, it was based on the BMX game, which was
Yeah.
an okay game at the time. Like, it was just to me, BMX was the not Tony Hawk game. It wasn't Tony Hawk, so it wasn't as good anyway.
Yeah.
But
What-
the gameplay was still all right in BMX. It was just
it was
that
just
they added triangle boobs.
Yep. Well, they had like full motion videos in there too that you could unlock and stuff like
Oh,
that. But
I forgot about that.
yeah.
What
Okay.
was that game that got in a lot of trouble for having full motion video because of Girls Gone Wild?
Night Trap.
The guy game.
Oh, the guy game.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Also for being horribly,
Sexist.
I mean, the game looked like shit. I think I played it once, turned it on just because
Yeah.
a game shop and just wanted to see how bad it was.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
We could have hit underage girls in it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. There were some underagers in there, but okay.
Games with nudity in them.
I think I
It's not
actually,
many.
at one point I actually owned that game, man.
We're
Yeah,
talking
that's-
just about pure arrow game, and there's a ton. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're thinking American games, there's not that many.
Yeah.
I mean, really, like I can think of. Well, now there are, but
Yeah.
I mean, before modern times, there really weren't. Like
Yep.
games like Playboy the Mansion.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That actually
It was
wasn't
a
terrible.
bad game, but it was just fun for being stupid.
Yeah,
You know? Like
yeah.
you're walking around just trying to get laid for the most part. Just like-
Yeah. Okay, here's a preview of next week's matchups. We got this is a good one, guys. Ocarina of Time versus GoldenEye 007. Hold on. Jesus Christ.
should be broken again.
Should be broken for sure. Hang on one second. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
I gotta just hit play. Or record. Sorry. Okay. So quick matchup for next week. Sorry about all the audio issues this week, but a couple of quick ones. Super Smash Brothers versus Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. And another one would be Super Mario 64 versus Mickey Speedway USA. So those are a couple of the matches that you will have to tune in to next week to find out who wins. So there you go. You should do a bracket of games with nudity in them. That would be an interesting one, Freak 5, for sure. We'll think about it. We're going to do, each of us is going to pick
River City Ransom.
River City.
I feel very uncomfortable because I'm surrounded by a bunch of pervy men.
How dare
that's
you,
your
Eric?
problem.
I'm not.
I mean,
pervy.
what? Huh?
Yeah. Custer's Last Stand. There's another one. That's a horrible game, man. If you could find that game, it's worth a lot of money right now. But okay, so next week we
Remember
will.
Hot Coffee. Remember the drama around Hot Coffee?
Oh my God, yeah. It's so stupid. Like it's so tame compared to video games nowadays. Like who
I don't
gives
even
a
think
shit?
she got like topless even, did she?
You could see pixelated boobs. Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, pixelated boobs. All right.
Did
man.
you have to hack the console versions to see that?
Yeah,
It was
you.
some sort of cheat or something. Yeah. it
Yeah,
wasn't-
you had to
it wasn't
do all kinds of shit. But okay, guys, so we're down to We're down to 16 games. So next week we'll whittle those down to 8, and then the following week we will crown our champion. So lots of fun. So all right, I think a real quick question for you guys before we go: if you were to recommend, because I was talking to Bernie about this, if you were to recommend a strategy RPG like a kind of an uninitiated, like just entry-level strategy RPG, which one would you recommend? And I'm going to you guys because you guys are
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Final Fantasy. Okay, so it's not too difficult to get into.
Well, if you think the original is too difficult, you could play like Tactics Advance.
Okay. What do you say,
That's
Eric?
that's more of a kind of tactics light, and it really I think eases people in.
I suggested the game, the first Disgaea. I don't know if that might be a little. I think
it's more complicated than Tactics.
Okay, all right. So
But
Tactics.
then
Okay.
Tactics has got a really hard story to follow because of some
Yeah.
of the names in that. There's some ridiculous names in that game.
Yeah. What would you say, Eric?
For what?
Uh,
I'm kind of zoned out.
what game would
He's
you?
done. He's done.
What strategy
Show's
RPG would?
over.
What strategy RPG would you recommend for the uninitiated? Like a entry level strategy RPG.
Shining Force.
Shining Force. Okay. All right.
Shining Force or Shining Force 2.
Okay.
Preferably 2, because I think 2 was a better game overall.
All right. Shining Force. Because Bernie kind of was interested. I said Disgaea. I didn't think Disgaea was.
But like, if you're talking about like a modern game, I mean, you probably War of the Lions version of Tactics is okay. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts in there, but there is a tutorial that tells you how to play, so you could do that. Otherwise,
Okay.
you'll be overwhelmed.
Yeah. Dungeon Buster agrees. He said Shining Force is a solid pick. He says
But you
Tactics
can
story.
play Shining Force 2 on a Sega Mini, so or
Yeah.
not 2, but Shining Force.
Yeah, Tactics story can get pretty convoluted, but it's worth it. Some of the battles can also get a bit tricky. Freakfight says, remember people excited by pixelated boobs were also the same people watching the scrambled porn channel, hoping to see
Okay, that's not fair.
Breakman. Oh man, back in the day,
We were desperate. We didn't have options. You
I know. We didn't, man. How dare you bring up
Sad
the?
no boob music.
How dare you? Oh, it's a somber little tune. All right, let's do.
As hard as it is, I could recommend. Well, if you had a 3DS, you could probably play a Devil Survivor Overclocked because it is. Even though it's hard, it's still easy to pick up and play.
Yeah. Freakfight says Eric is thinking about pixelated boobs.
How about you are, you freaking disgusting pig?
Wow. Way to treat Freak 5 chaos,
I
Eric.
just got done telling him you're all a bunch of pervs, and you don't double down on that
Yeah.
without
Well,
getting shit.
that's what this show is all about, doubling down. Breakman, indeed, I felt like I was struggling because of the scaling, but somehow managed to push my army through. Yeah.
I'm tired because
Oh, we're talking about Final Fantasy Tactics.
and I have to work.
Yeah.
Even
Okay.
some battles can definitely get harder in that game.
Yeah.
But one of the things about Tactics is you can go grind all you want. So once you've completed the battle, you can go back and just go into that map and fight monsters over and over again and level up your characters if you want.
Yeah.
Which is
You're a bullshit.
one reason I recommend it.
You're a bullshit liar, Breakman. You just wanted to see Laura Croft naked, just to see her naked. Okay.
I remember how bad she had these polygon boobs,
Yeah.
and I remember some kids were like, "Oh my god, I gotta see your topless and shit like that." And
Yeah, it's
just trying to
bullshit.
get her in the uncomfortable situations. I was trying to always kill her in the most painful, cruel ways.
I know. How dare you?
That's something you could definitely do in the reboot.
Yeah. Okay. Let's end the show. Let's do some plugs. Breakman, plug away, please.
You can follow the Harmonica. And you can follow me at break_man on Twitter and at RPGrinders, where you can ask Dear Breakman a question. And,
Yes.
we can't save your life unless you ask us to.
Right. All right, Eric, you're up.
I'm gonna plug BostonBashBrigade.com, TotallyGN.com. I write reviews for the sites. I got nothing up this week. I tried sending something to Totally GN, but it's not ready yet, I guess. I'll
Okay.
have to talk to him about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, anyways, if you like what I've written and you want to support me, sending me as a little dollar on my Patreon to help out. And that is in my Twitter profile, which is at EricRPG.
All right. Freak Fight says, back in my day, we had to walk uphill both ways in the snow just to see a scrambled boob. Yeah, exactly. Kids have it easy these days. They just have to type boob into Google. Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
Yeah, if we wanted to see boobs, we had to turn our calculator upside down.
I'm not. It's not like I also want to address something. I am a big pervert, but I also know there's a time and a place for such things, and always constantly talk about would be tiresome. So.
Yeah, and this is the perfect show for it.
I just think you guys are dirty Gen Xers. That's why.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Pretty much. Okay, I just giving you shit, Eric. We always give you shit, Eric, because you're like the kid of the show, even though you're not a kid, you know. All right, you can follow.
I'm nearly 40.
You can follow me on Twitter at Frank Branches. You can follow me on any of the systems, RPGrinders, with a capital RPG for the systems that it's appropriate to capitalize. Send us in questions, like Breakman said, at RPGrinders. He would be more than happy to feature your question or comment on the show.
I mean, we're trying to save the world here. We can only do it once a week.
That's a toddler.
Pretty much, Breakman, you son of a bitch. Okay, and that's about all we got time for this week, unless you guys have anything else. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, apparently Freak got all his porn from his dad, and lucky bastard.
Stealing your dad's porn.
Oh man, you guys are sick. Okay, thanks to everybody in chat. Dungeon Buster was in there. Good friend Freak 5KS Wyland was in there. If I didn't see you in there, sorry, I missed. Oh, Bernie was in there, because Bernie's sitting right next to me. But
Almost forgot about her. She's right next to
yeah,
me.
she's right next. She gave me a good nudge, like, hey, you better mention me, you son of a bitch. Okay. Let's see. He used to sell his magazines to people at school.
Wait, did you get in trouble for selling his magazines, or did you just get new ones that you forgot
Jesus
about?
Christ, man.
Well, that was the only way to get a hold of him when I was a kid, was from other kids in school.
I found him in the trash, man. Like, my dumpster was a never-ending, you know.
No, well, I didn't live in an apartment.
I didn't live in an apartment.
I lived in a garage.
I lived in a
I
house.
lived with a Catholic family, so there were no dirty magazines.
Yeah, right.
Well, I thought you were saying like it was like a dumpster, like public trash, but you lived in the house.
Like if I wanted
yes.
porn, I had to search on the internet, and it wasn't until like 1995.
We had these like dumpsters out in the alley that like it was like community dumpsters type things.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't mean to say you're
No worries. All right. Thanks to all the archive listeners as well. If you want to join us live, we're live every Friday, 7 Eastern Time, twitch.tv/RPGrinders. Also on YouTube, just search RPGrinders. And I think that's all I got. Stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Until then, we're out, everybody.
The internet killed dirty magazines.
No, we don't need them anymore. I mean, really, like, you look at the same magazine over and over, like, how many times?
Yeah.
And now you got Pornhub, so you got videos. Who needs pictures?
You know, after you get tired of the video.
Yeah.
I know. But, you know, if you only got one magazine.
Yeah. I remember finding the Swedish bikini model Playboy in the trash one time, you know. That shit was good.
The first thing I found was like a Fredericks of Hollywood when I was a little kid, and I was so excited.
Fredericks of Hollywood.
Look
Okay.
at all the lingerie there, and oh my God, you can see the bush.
I'm with the Freak 5 with the scrambled boob on the cable. You know, you know. But
do you know anybody that bought the unlicensed NES porn or whatever?
Not really. I didn't even know that they had any. To be honest. Yeah. All right. Thanks, chat. We really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. You guys are, you always